Welcome to the Dream Key Podcast, your key to all things Dragon Gate. Our host for this episode is Cboz.
Hi.
Blod.
Hey yo, it's Mr. Hakata Starlane, BlodN.
And Leon.
Hey, I feel a bit underwhelming now because I don't have a cool nickname like Mr. Hakata Starlane.
Don't worry, me, Chuck, don't have one either. So, how are you guys doing today? Watching any good shows?
Dragon Gate had a pretty good December, so absolutely.
December has been stacked. It was definitely a Christmas gift to us. Before we jump into the meat of our show, I wanted to ask the lads, when did you guys get into Dragon Gate?
Well, basically I started watching Puro, around Wrestle Kingdom 11, so January 2017, and I really liked multi-man tag matches, so a couple of friends of mine literally just told me, watch Dragon Gate, they do great multi-man tags. And at first I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to watch any of the companies. But then one day when I was bored I was like, yeah, I'll put on Dragon Gate. So I started with Dangerous Gate and haven't looked back ever since.
I started in 2014. That's like my first match was back on Daily Motion. Was Yoshino versus Ricochet, the Dream Gate match where Ricochet won the belt. I really like fast junior wrestling, so I immediately wanted to seek out more. And I haven't watched any other company since.
I heard everyone losing their freaking minds over Jimmy's versus Berserk right around Dangerous Gate last year, so I wanted to see what all of the excitement was about, and then I just became, enraptured by it all. By the whole, style of Dragon Gate, and it kind of hooked me pretty hard and pretty fast.
I was just bored one day at work, and I was trying to get the AAA live stream for Triple Mania to start, and for some reason they wouldn't upload it to YouTube. So as I was thinking of something to do, I was like, I heard that for some reason CMLL popped to mind, and that they were doing something that was similar to a survival cage match, and someone had mentioned on Reddit, oh hey, so I guess they do matches like Dragon Gate, and for some reason I was like, I'll look into Dragon Gate for some reason, and someone uploaded all of Kobe World to YouTube, and I watched it all. I bought the network the same day.
The amazing thing about Dragon Gate is that it hooks you extremely fast. It's like usually 1 or 2 matches and you're hooked, and just, it's like a grasp you don't get released from.
Yeah.
I think it's because of how distinct the style is. It's so very different from anything that most people are going to see at any given, popular form of wrestling,
I mean, that could be true, but I think it's mostly because they have big Arshimizu.
Oh yes, that is true. He is undoubtedly the reason that I fell in love so hard with Dragon Gate. And something else that helps is that Dragon Gate is full of just these colorful units and characters that it just really sucks you in. There's something for everyone. And
the history is amazing. They never forget anything. It's one of my favorite part about this whole company is they have history way back 20 years, and they still play it up to this day.
And it's rare you have a company like that does do that calls back to, we just had an M2K reunion recently, and that's how old?
17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a shared sense of history, and everything always builds. It's a big, long-standing narrative, and it's something that every person is going to be a part of the storyline. Every person on the roster is either in a unit or interacting with the units. It just makes the entire show one big story that you get to be a part of.
Well, with the introduction gate done, let's open the review gate. On December 4th, 2018, Fantastic Gate came from Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan, with attendance of 1,858. Our match 0 was Kness facing Monda Ryu, with Kness getting the win with the Hakari Noa.
It was very nice to see him back with a little touch of gray in his beard, still kicking it. I think this was send him in for his first singles match back and see if he can, run the ropes and hit an enziguri and still do all the things that he used to do. And I think he did pretty great.
To me, it was even for match 0, it felt super long because the crowd was dead silent, but there was one fan clapping for Monda Ryu's comeback that I appreciate how much they believed in him.
I mean, The thing about dark matches is they are usually very quiet because the crowd is just getting in. And for a match like Kness versus Mondai Ryu, what do you expect from a match with a 5-minute time limit between a broken down veteran and a guy who was never really that good?
Yeah,
so, Salt Dragon.
Salt. I guess I wish they should have called him instead of Mondai Ryu with Salt Dragon.
That being said, though, the match was inoffensive. It was fine.
It was very bare bones. I mean, it was broken down Kness and Mondai Ryu, so you shouldn't really expect anything at all, I think. But
especially out of face Mondai Ryu.
Yeah, I mean, there were no real botches that I can think of. It was there, I guess.
It was a dark match. I mean, it shouldn't be great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Our first official match was a team of Ryo Saito, Don Fuji, Gamma, and Super Shiza defeating Yamato, BB Hulk, Kagatora, Dragon Dia, and the match ended when Ryo Saito pinned Dragon Dia in 1810 after landing the Cyrio rocket. Shiza made his first appearance in Korakuen Hall since 2015. When told this by Saito, Shiza simply replied with, "I guess so."
I miss Shiza. I miss Shiza greatly.
I haven't seen much Shiza, so I was very impressed by how smooth and fluent he was, and you can tell this guy 5-10 years before must have been amazing.
He was trained
fantastic.
He trained most of the rookies before moving to his taco restaurant, which is taco restaurant. It was called Dragon Gate. He closed it because now he works backstage again. But
Dragon Gate, the taco restaurant.
Isn't that exactly what I would consider?
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but if you think tacos, I think of dragons. It works hand in hand.
Yeah, you know what? You got a point there.
Yeah, I know.
Just like the start of every Dragon Gate show, there was Gong Kids, and I give specifically the wrestlers bonus points for picking kids wearing Santa hats.
Did they really?
Yep, both the kids had Santa hats, and both kids asked for Yoshino, or said Yoshino was his favorite, and he came out.
Yeah.
Don Fuji is a hero for going behind the little gate, I guess, and bringing out Yoshino.
Yeah, I remember. I wonder why
Yoshino was a little bit shy, I think. He kind of stood there and hid himself a little bit.
Any kid who says Yoshino's their favorite is a corporate shill, and it was planned.
Every kid must say Shingo Takagi.
Oh,
Yoshino's paying them when they get in the arena to say his name.
Dude, you can't just expose the company like that.
Bro, it was an inside job. You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
It's a work.
It's a work.
But I love any match where Saito's getting the win, so this was pretty great for me.
How do you like the Cyrio rocket, Cboz?
It looks silly enough to make me smile, but then it gets wins, so what do I care? I think it's fantastic, and it works perfectly with his sort of... He can be serious, but he's also a little goofy, old dad character he's got going on.
I hated it when he brought it in the Jimmies, because he was the second big guy in the Jimmies next to Susumu. So when he pinned someone during title matches, I was like, But in comedy openers, I think it's a fun finish.
Yeah, it's perfect for that kind of environment.
Important to note with Dragon Dia taking the pin, he was not originally supposed to be in this match. He replaced Maria after her ankle injury, and she's supposed to be out 2 to 3 months.
Dragon Dia was really good in that match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was my favorite in that match by far.
I love his chemistry with Tribe.
Yeah, he has great chemistry with Tribe, and he had surprisingly good synergy with, basically everyone when he did his, what are they called, arm drags, swords, and
arm drags.
Some of the more, lucha, tilt-a-whirls and stuff like that. It was super impressive, and I still can't believe that this kid is 19 years old and just made his debut. Then he had the awesome close to the finish sequence with Don Fuji with the chops and stuff, where Korakuen really came alive, and I think there were even some Dia chants going for him, which is impressive because I don't really think anyone else of the rookies has gotten chants
full on
so early.
Ishida, Yuti, Shun, if you're talking about Kota or
so early. He debuted,
early. Correct. Yeah, he's extremely popular already. That's probably because he's associated with Dragon Kid. And Dragon Kid is among the most popular guys on the roster.
I think it also has to do with the fact that, I mean, he has a dragon. He has dragon in his name.
Yeah, he's like associated with them. That's a big boost for a rookie, but it looks like they picked the right guy to give the heritage of the dragon name.
Yes.
Oh, he's incredibly smooth already.
I wanted to bring that up.
Dragon Kid was not smooth when he started, so I'm glad Dia isn't as sloppy as Dragon Kid was at the start of Toryumon.
They're talking about how like the crowd cares about Dia. Gamma tripped him on like when he was running the ropes, and Gamma got booed real hard for it.
Dia's gonna be the future.
Can somebody tell me why Gamma waterboards people so much?
Yeah, dude, he used to do it with X, and he used to spit food in other people's faces.
Oh god!
I saw him do it with the eggs at one of the Kobe Worlds. It was disgusting. Why does he think that's a good move?
Because he was a heel, and it just carries over. You know, it's like a spot people know him for.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah, why does Yamato still use the heel theme? It's like it's associated.
It's
with
fantastic.
Him. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's fantastic. I
don't
think anyone thinks the waterboarding is fantastic.
I mean, the thing is, Mondai Ryu is still Mondai Ryu and as a face, so
he's still a problem.
Yeah,
you're right. Bring back the monkey gimmick.
No.
Eight Kimata, I think he was called.
Oh yeah. He was on Kobe World 07, and there was like one match, and I loved Eight Kimata. It was very fun to watch him.
Don Fuji and Yamato are still feuding, I guess. Like there's still a lot of tension between them.
Don Fuji still has it. Like that, the Twin Gate Challenge he had a couple months ago, and right here, I kind of want him to have a big showing maybe at like King of Gate or one more big final run before he rides off into the old man sun.
I don't think he will be in King of Gate this year.
He wasn't.
He wasn't last year, so.
Yeah, he missed last year, which is kind of sad because he still has a lot to give. He whips it in that rig.
The thing about Fuji is his best role, I think, is like when he can torment the young guys. I like him sparingly in big matches, but I think if he was like Shima in 2013, was like in every big match, I think that would get old really fast. I feel like comedy, make him comedy focused, and then do like big matches like it's right now. I think that's the best role for Fuji.
Well, post-match, Dia does his best Skywalker impression and slaps Don's hand away when refusing his handshake.
This young kid got spunk.
All the young boys have a little bit of attitude now. Kota did it a couple weeks ago. Shun's got this attitude.
Kaito did it with Red.
Mochizuki needs to get his children back in line.
Now let them be rampant.
The second match saw Mochizuki Dojo, represented by Masaki Mochizuki, Heiyo Watanabe, Yuki Yoshioka, and Kota Minoura, defeat the team of Naruki Doi, Jason Lee, Kaito Ishido, and Hiroshi Yamato after Yuki caught Ishida in a flash pin.
Ishida has it.
Oh yeah.
During the entrance, he has this aura about him.
We'd say he's got the sauce.
He's got the sauce. He has like tons of sauce.
Apparently, like Yuki versus Yoshida is like a really hot feud for Dragon Gate right now. And I remember Jay mentioning on Twitter that even on the house shows, like them two facing off is getting big reactions in their matches.
I really hope that they have a Rookie League match. They've been basically feuding ever since late October, I want to say, when Yuki pinned Ishida and then basically inserted himself in the Gate of Destiny Triangle Gate match, which was a banger, by the way. And yeah, ever since they've just been kind of going at each other's throats, sort of in the same way that Yuti and Shun have. I'm the big Yuki fan in here, and when he gets that flash pin going, I lose my mind. It's so good. I love Yuki.
He's smooth. He has like the Susumu finesse of wrestling.
Yeah, but he doesn't look dull like Susumu.
Hey, come on, man! Don't rip on Susumu like that. That's a
I love Susumu, but we all know he has a bit of a fish face. Doesn't have a lot of expressions, you know. It's very stiff.
That's why he wants to be.
Yuki and Kaito looks like the finals to me for the Rookie League, for sure.
For sure.
I would love that, because that would, in a way, work, because remember when Shun tried to say that he was above Yuki? I would love for Yuki to get like the flash pin win over Shun and then go into the finals.
Yeah,
That would be
Shun
amazing.
and UT don't need it.
UT's already not classified as a rookie, so it's why the fuck is he in this tournament?
Because he looks like one.
Yeah, I guess.
Because he's been a young boy twice now. Why not a third time?
But I think he honestly works best with that group of guys anyway. Like, in seeing young guys feud with young guys is super refreshing. Like, UT, Skywalker, Yuki, Ishida, those two feuds, like, I look forward to those every single show.
I think every one of us does.
The fact that they're getting these nice little feuds going right now while they're still so young, I mean, I think all of them are under 25, right? You're gonna have these feuds that you can do like later down the line. They're gonna have this history, which is something that Dragon Gate does really well with. When guys have history between them.
Watch it in 10 years, Yuki and Kaito are still at it.
Oh, they're gonna main event
Yeah.
Kobe World. Absolutely.
I
mean,
don't know about that.
If Shingo and BB can feud for how long, why not?
Yeah, but Shingo and BB did have like the history of the turn. I would like to see them team together. Just
Yeah.
because both of them have like such different styles. Like Kaito's the kicker and Yuki is like the technician.
Kaito's already like chosen a team. He's already with Maximum. I feel like he's taken a step out of like the dojo boys.
I mean, Yuki could join Maximum.
I need him in natural
need him
lines.
He'd have to give up his sweet Sweden pants if he joined Maximum.
He needs to give them up, and any unit he would join.
You know what? Let's just give him a unit himself, okay? Right now.
Oh,
Blue and yellow.
he could do it like Susumu, who has still the purple in his gear, even though he's not in a purple unit.
Heyo was surprisingly tight in this match.
He's tight in every match. Hyo's Watanabe is the best dojo boy. He's my favorite.
The big cat.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of worry in him earlier, but it seems like from this show onward, he's, something's clicked a little more, that he's not dying on most of his moves.
As long as he never like really messes up that split-legged moonsault, I think he'll be fantastic. I mean, he does that cool flip, like repeated flip thing that Shima used to do. He's real tight and real confident, and you can see it in the way he moves.
Yeah, I mean, that was like 2 months ago. He was like still over the weight limit for the Brave Gate, and like his target when coming in was, I want to win the Brave Gate. So I feel like after slimming down again, he just got really comfortable with himself, which is very good.
He's also the most tan man alive.
Yeah, he is.
Match 3 was Shun Skywalker versus UT in a special singles match that ended in a time-limit draw at the 20-minute mark.
I feel like the 20-minute draw ending was not the right choice. Rather see UT get the submission, not the pin, the submission win over Shun. And after that, I would have liked to see Kaito or Yuki just run in and just start another angle with him to get the rookie tournament rolling. Though I get why they decided to take the draw.
Besides, like, the odd finish, I think it was fantastic. It showed that these two could hold their own in a 20-minute, like, completely running the show by themselves. It had the intensity, it had the tension, it had both of their fathers sitting at ringside clapping for them, wanting them to murder each other.
Yeah, these two killed it.
This was a very King of Gate-esque match, given a 20-minute time limit draws.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been out of place, unlike in a Korakuen main event.
Maybe it was a test of sort to see which one of them gets to go to King of Gate. I would like to see both of them, of course.
All of them need to.
Yeah.
Rookies block.
That would be cool.
No, I wouldn't like the rookies block, given we have the rookies tournament. I would have liked, maybe not every rookie, like Shun, UT, Kaito, and Yuki. That would be the four top.
One per block.
Yeah, one per block.
I think these two wrestled like their fucking lives depended on it, and they sure made you feel like they hated each other.
Oh yeah, they came across very well.
I think the draw was good. I think that was probably, like, especially given how they're going forward with the whole Rookie League, I think this was absolutely the best possible, like, booking. If they weren't going to do a Rookie League, I probably would have wanted a winner. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure that these two they're probably gonna meet again in the Rookie League. Maybe not. Maybe they're gonna meet again in King of Gate, build the match up a little bit, because, I mean, who knows? Yeah, they killed it, especially those last, 5 minutes or so. There was so much drama and everything in it, and especially when Shun was put in that Jave submission towards the end, with Mochizuki just running back and forth to the timekeeper, checking what the time is, and then going back to yelling at Shun to not tap out, to fight. I mean, it felt like it was one of the most important matches in the company's history, if I'm being honest. The drama was incredible.
Yeah, it was a big production from everyone involved. Everyone at ringside was playing up that these two were killing each other.
And another thing that I really liked about the match was that how during the match, while they were just doing regular holds or kickouts or just anything, they were fighting each other. It felt more real in a way. I know wrestling's say blah 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 and all that, but
don't you dare say it.
The cursed. But as they were doing stuff, they were fighting against each other. They weren't just letting someone put someone in a hole. There was some fighting going on and stuff like that. It felt very much like they just straight up didn't like each other.
There's a dive that I think Skywalker does an Asai moonsault. I think that's what it is. And they land out in the crowd, and you can see them laying destroyed next to each other, but they're still scratching and clawing at each other.
Yeah, battering each other.
They just wouldn't stop, and it was very nice to see. You don't get that a lot, I feel. At least not in Dragon Gate.
That's Yuti's biggest strength, I feel. He conveys emotion really well. Especially hate. If it's hate, it's it's right up Yuti's alley.
He needs to turn heel and just hate everybody then. I need more of this.
In 2016, he was feuding with Ishida and Yamamura, because they were an over generation, and technically above Yuti, because Yuti wasn't in any unit. And there was the same scenario. Yuti was just a beast in the matches. So it's good to seeing that side of Yuti back.
Yeah, and the crowd wasn't really into the match to start with, but there's, I think, a Boston Crab spot where from that point on, the crowd is super invested in the match and so loud and vocal.
They turned Korakuen around. That was a special kind of match.
Yeah.
That's a match that's going to be remembered for a while.
And it should.
Though I have to nag on Yuti. His gimmick right now is that he's a Jave master, and the only two holds he does right now is a Cobra twist and his finish. I like that his whole stick is he can get you in the Cobra twist any time, anywhere. But I would like to see more variety.
Yeah, I can see that.
If he could just do a Koji clutch, that's all I want. It's my favorite.
That would be amazing. It would fit Yuti so well.
I think his thing is more of he's gonna get you in it in any situation, because in his matches you see him, he'll go for the flash pins and you're in, or he'll reverse off the ropes and put you in it. It's more of a dangerous at any time.
So what you're telling me is that Yuti is like Randy Orton with the RKO.
Yeah.
The chicken and rice special.
And the chicken and rice special.
Post-match, Mochizuki told Shun that the fan reaction was incredibly positive, but if it were up to him and there was a decision after the match, UT would have won. This prompted Yoshioka to come into the ring and immediately start talking shit about how Shun had said last show that he was the top of the pecking order, but he had won that night and Skywalker didn't. Skywalker popped back saying, well, you beat Yoshida, who cares? And that prompted Yoshida to come in the ring and kick everyone and start saying, well, this is stupid. You're all jobbers, essentially, because you don't have a unit. UT took offense to that because, he's in Tribe Vanguard. A brawl broke out, and then GM Yagi stepped in, saying that he knows how to solve this problem. Since there's not a pecking order of sorts, he's going to make one, and they're going to have a Rookies League tournament, and they're going to decide who is the top rookie.
And interestingly, they're not just going to pick a winner, it's going to be a tiered list. They're going to determine first through, I think, sixth. Every number in between. Yeah, there's going to be a bottom.
Okay, who do you guys think will be first, and who do you guys think will be last?
Oh, that's hard.
Just the first instinct. I think Koda will be last, and Kaito will be one.
I'm going to agree with that.
I'd say Kota last, and I mean, my heart tells me that I want Yuki to win this whole thing, right?
Hmm.
Because I'm such a big fan, of course. But if I had to put money on it, I think Shun is gonna win it.
In my heart, I feel a Shun and Kaito Ishida final with Kaito winning, and it hurts to say it, but I think they're going to put Hio at the bottom. I think they're going to put the Leopard in last.
I mean,
just to
look
sort
at
of
it that
cement
way.
Dragon Dia.
I mean, Dragon Dia, I don't see Dragon Dia ending up last just because they see
That's
so
what
much.
I mean.
Th-
They'll
well,
sack
they also
someone.
see so much potential in Kota. But I just don't
Yes.
see Kota above Hyo. I don't think Hyo will be last.
I think if Hio's last, it's specifically to give him that motivation.
Yeah, I could see that, but that's like the only reason.
Yeah, whoever
why.
does end up in last will find themselves with a new justification to be better. It won't be just a burial, it'll be something to move them forward for sure.
So, like, the worst place to be in this tournament is not last, is 6th place.
Yes, to be anonymous in
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
Do you guys think there's going to be any heel turns during
No.
or like just after this tournament?
No. Red is full.
I don't see... The only person who could turn that would mean anything would be Ishida.
Or Yuti.
Shun, maybe? I mean, he's sort of playing
But,
that up a little bit.
Red is full. You can't put anyone in red. There are like 9 members.
I think
What
they're 7.
about Slightly Evil Tribe Vanguard?
Slightly evil.
Slightly
Tribe
evil
Vanguard.
Tribe Vanguard now.
that be
Yamato
like
and
the
his
new-
Mean Boys.
Can that be a new name?
All
Slightly
two of them.
evil.
Aww.
Angry Yamato and Angry Yuti and Angry Maria in 2 months.
Angry Kagatora.
Angry
He
Flamita.
looks the exact same.
I feel like Flamita would profit from a heel turn. He's been plateaued.
That's if he's still
Yo
there.
Flamita just sounds so weird. Like,
I don't see him wrestling as a
I
heel.
don't know.
He's still on the 2019 cover page.
So is Kenichiro Arai, but we know he's
Yeah,
busy
well,
with Wrestle 1.
Bandito isn't. That's the thing. Bandito isn't.
Yeah, but he
Flamita
has.
is.
But I mean, Bandito has signed with
He's-
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Ring of Honor poached him.
Yeah.
Give our boy back.
Nah.
Free Bandito.
Keep him.
Match
Mhm.
4 was the team of Dragon Kid, Flamita, and Bandito, defeating Red being represented by Ben K, Eita, and Daga, when Dragon Kid pinned Eita with the Bible.
I really like Daga. He was nervous during the first shows, but he's really got into his own groove.
My problem with Daga is there's always one spot a match he fucks up.
Really?
That is kind of true. He does have a tendency to slip just a little bit.
And it's not always, like, his fault, per se. Like, on this match, I know Ben K was supposed to do, like, a powerbomb. He's supposed to come off the second and catch him in a backcracker. But when he jumped off, he slipped.
Oh yeah.
But he covered
Yeah.
really quickly. But it would have been nice if he didn't.
I feel like he was still nervous at that point, given it was his first Korakuen. No, it wasn't.
This is second or third.
Second. But still, I like his style. He fits aesthetically very well into RED.
Yeah, that group. He synergizes well.
Yeah. The weird thing about this match was Bandito. Bandito was throwing Benkei around the ring. Why
I
the
did not
fuck?
like that.
Me neither. What you don't? It's like it's the same problem with if everyone can slam Yoshida. Why the fuck does Bandito of all people slam around Benkei?
Yeah, he should not have been throwing around, like, even picking Benkei up like that. That's just, no.
They're really giving Bandito that, like, strongman gimmick, because he did the same thing to Big R.
Not a fan of that at all.
But it was
can
nice to
flip
see a
around?
trio of luchadors, like a good trio of masked guys was really fun.
Mask boys. Has there ever been a unit of just exclusively people in masks?
Yes. Not officially.
The gang?
The Shisa gang. Like King Shisa, Super Shisa, and Shisa Boy. I mean, it wasn't an official unit, but, I mean, take it
Yeah.
or leave it, I guess.
I think that'd be a neat concept of, like, everyone has to have a mask, and if you join, you have to get a mask.
That would be a really cool concept.
Flamita and Bandito's offense was really cool this match.
That's the sort of what you sign up for when you book Flamita and Bandito together. They have this wide array of these crazy team moves that they get to do, and it's super fun to see it every time. And they kind of have the same bag of tricks that they pull out, but I still love seeing it.
I didn't expect DK to get the win over Ada.
Yeah, that was a little surprising to me considering their feud was still heating up, building to the eventual Mask versus Mask that we all knew it was going to happen, like, months in advance.
We've known since Kobe that was going to happen.
Yeah, they were kind of pushing it for a long time. But yeah, it was nice to see, like, the Brave Gate champion to really cement himself.
Dragon Gate has done this before. I remember specifically the build-up to Shingo versus Yamato Kobe World 2016. They'd pin each other and stuff like that, which, I mean, I actually really like that, because it sets up that, oh, this move finished the guy off earlier, so when it happens in the big match, if you remember, it's kind of like sitting there in your mind, and you're like, oh, you're either yes, 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 or no, 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 depending on who you want to win. Like, I remember early in the year, in the build-up to Dead or Alive, Doi pinned Casey at a Starlane show just before it, where he hits, like, a sliding kick, Casey kicked out, then he hit a bunch of Doi 5-5s, and then he hit another one. And that played into the finish of the Dead or Alive match, because they did the exact same thing, but this time Casey countered the second sliding kick to Skyday and got the win.
Without going to Final Gate already, but Eita did kick out of the Bible at Final Gate.
Yeah, see?
Well, Kid told Ada that today was just another example of the difference in skill between them. Ada agreed. It was abundantly clear that he was better. No one is going to come to Fukuoka to see him lose his hair. They're coming to see Dragon Kid lose his mask. He has some secret measures in place that will make sure of it. DK told him that he can do whatever he wants. The results will be the same as today. DK kept his mask and Ada will lose his mop.
When he said that, I was really expecting him to actually beat Kid. I was expecting someone from Maximum Turn and stuff, but...
Yeah.
But, I think it only just turned out to be he's bringing some Java stuff back.
Yeah, the secret measure was just to bring back the El Numero Uno, right?
I don't know if they ever specified.
No, they didn't. But bringing back
the
the Numero Uno?
With the Numero Uno, that looked disgusting over the next couple of matches they had together.
Yeah.
Our semi-main event was Red being represented by Big R Shimizu, Takashi Yoshida, Yasushi Kanda, and Kazuma Sakamoto, defeating Natural Vibes being represented by KZ, Susumu Yokosuka, Genki Horiguchi, and Brother Yashi, after Kazuma landed a half-and-half package piledriver on Genki.
That piledriver is nasty.
I love it.
It's very good.
Yeah, when I was 10, I legitimately made up that finisher in, like, my backyard, and I'm glad to see someone using it finally.
And little did we know, these were the next Triangle Gate champions.
We all sound so sad.
I know, right?
Get to it, yeah, but this was fun. It was good to see, Red picking up another win. They're building their momentum, because at the start of their unit, they were kind of weak. They would say a lot of stuff and never...
That was one of the main problems with Antias, I feel like. But Red did start with a win against Natural Vibes of all units.
So...
Or Casey.
Cosmo's hair is now finally... Or, if I'm wrong, for this one match, it was black and red instead of blue and red. And then the next show, it's back to blue and red.
No, it's green and red now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did I just keep it black and red?
This man has terrible hair.
I mean, he still does no undercards. He's got to keep it diverse.
He's a fat Genki Horiguchi.
He looks so normal in, like, every other pick where he doesn't have that awful skullet hair. He looks okay. But with...
You're talking about Genki or Cosma?
Cosma.
Oh.
Cosmo looked like he deals really bad cocaine in the back of the Walmart.
I mean...
Oh my god, I can see him in the uniform now.
Bro, he's employed by Hot Topic, I swear.
He's the one who gets Vibes the weed.
No, that's Yashi. Come on now.
Yeah, fair enough. That's Yashi.
Have you seen Brother Yashi before? Come on now. I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly, they're hip friends.
They don't smoke weed. What's weed?
Natural Vibes are just good, chill friends. They never did anything
Natural
illicit.
Vibes? It's literally just that. Natural Vibes.
Yeah, they're just naturally friends. KZ and Yoshida had really good chemistry together.
Yoshida has good chemistry with everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for Yoshino.
Sure thing. Sure thing, Leon. Sure thing.
Yeah, I know, you wouldn't doubt me.
Cosma and Yoshida hit a fucking doomsday device.
It's double impact. That's what it's called.
Really? Oh, okay.
It's that's because back in New Japan, when Power Warrior Kensuke Sasaki was teaming with Hawk, instead of Doomsday Device, they would say double impact, and that's what the announcer on Dragon Gate says to them.
Oh, today I learned.
So, Leon, when are we getting the top 180 moves of Kazuma Sakamoto?
In 5 minutes.
Thank you.
He can start listing them now.
Has he done 180?
Oh.
He might have done 15.
I think I've only seen him do like.
I like his moveset a lot, to be honest.
The best thing about Cosma is his ability to stick in a team. He'll come in, he'll do 2 big fat moves, and then he'll leave, and it's fantastic. He plays a perfect spot.
Yeah. Well, post-match, Cosmo said he's only around once a month, so he didn't know their names, but it looks like those guys he just beat have some titles. He was challenging them on behalf of himself, Kanda, and Yoshida. Kozi responded, telling him that he should at least try to remember the names of his opponents. Whether he can take the titles to one of his other jobs is up to the company to decide, but whether he gets to fight for the titles is KZ's decision. His team was the most prolific Triangle Gate champion in history, and have made it a hobby of taking out anyone that steps up against them. They accept. GM Yagi came in and made the match for Final Gate, but Cosmo protested, saying he's a very busy man and he doesn't know if he has to work somewhere else that day. Yagi understood and sympathizes with his situation, so he'll cancel the whole thing. Cosmo quickly backtracked, remembering that he was free that day. Taking the toss from KZ will be easy. KZ promised it would be nothing but good vibes in Fukuoka, and the defense record was going to continue.
At least that's what we wanted.
If you would have said to me when I started watching Dragon Gate, back when KZ was like Matt Blanky undercut guy, and he would tell me KZ, Genki Horiguchi, and Jimmy Susumu are going to be the most prolific Triangle Gate champion, a title that changes hands every 2 months. That's crazy if you think about it.
Yeah. He's come from nothing.
They've been a centerpiece all year.
That's true.
Mr. MCKZ, rapping his way down the ramp at Kobe World.
Watch it. The 2019 Kobe World. This will be... Oh wait, he can't rap. Well, he can during the Natural Light stream, but...
But he has his own theme.
Yeah, I don't think he would use it, though.
Nah,
They're not going to deny me the chance to have the Natural Vibes dance at the main event of Kobe.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
like
gonna
every
give it-
time...
No, if he main events Kobe, which he should, by the way, Yoshino, Doi, listen to me now. I think he should come out on his own, honestly, because that's his moment. This is his main event against Pac. I mean, I'm just assuming, kind of fancy book in a way.
That's a safe assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think he should come out if he wants to do the rap thing. I mean, all the power to him. I think he should, because that's part of his character, of course. I don't think he should come out with natural vibes like he does when he faced Yamato, Ben K, and the King of Gate. He should come out on his own, like he did against Mochizuki.
Well, when he faced Mochizuki, it wasn't a natural vibes. I feel like that's the point of natural vibes. Natural vibes is natural vibes is Kasian unit form. It's like if it's like I don't know.
Alright,
how
tell
to
you what,
explain it.
I'll
No,
compromise. I'll compromise. They can wait in the ring, but he needs to walk down that ramp on his own.
Yeah.
He needs to be that strong. They can come into the ring later and then dance.
Yeah, I feel like the dance is like it's so it's a big part of Casey's singles career.
Power stance.
It builds his strength.
Actually, I don't know, now that I think about it. Now, I think he should just come out on his own, honestly.
You can tell if Natural Vibes is going to win a match by how into Susumu's dance.
Susumu's never
like a
into the
secret
dance.
He's never into it.
He always phones it in.
When he's smiling, they're going to win, and when he's fish-faced, they're going to lose.
He's fish-faced.
I hope Fishface is Nuzzler. Good God.
In the main event, Pac defeated Masato Yoshino for the Open the Dreamgate Championship with the Black Arrow. This was Yoshino's 5th defense, and Pac is officially the 28th champion.
He saved us, finally, and it was fan-freaking-tastic to watch.
I disagree.
Ooh.
I like the match, but I think the Benkei match is better as like a big main event, and it shows that Benkei can hang. And from a personal standpoint, I did like the Yoshida match more.
Of course you did.
I mean, leave me my opinion, man. I have a bias against Yoshida. That's like, I can't change that. But the thing that bothered me during the Pac Yoshino match was it was essentially just moves, which is fine. But if you look at the Benkei match, where you really saw Benkei proving himself against Yoshino, I feel I can see if I know that most people won't like the Yoshida match more than the Pac match, but I feel like the Benkei match outclasses the Pac match.
If I was ranking them, I definitely would say Benkei put on a better match, but I think this was a great transitional piece of booking. Like, you saw Pac come in and just wipe him away. He was out from the gate during the national anthem. He just laid into him, and it didn't stop for like 20 minutes.
I felt that's the first match I saw where Yoshino felt old.
Yeah, he looked so slow.
Like he was getting annihilated.
He felt slow, which is just sad, you know? It's like the speed star is no more.
I mean, at least he hit the lightning spiral.
I liked to say some positives about the match. I did like that Pac attacked during the anthem, because that was never done before.
The little cheeky look
he had.
The little smirk, that was amazing. Yoshino was he was spamming Sol Nacientes like we used to.
My least favorite part of Yoshino is that he just spams the the Lomisticas instead of. I preferred UT's arm work in their match because I feel like he was varying how he was working it. But I feel like all of Yoshino's matches are Lomisticas and then Sol Naciente.
The problem with that, if you watch UT work an opponent's arm, you see UT has a clear goal to get to the Bean Lave, that the hold will finish the guy. Yoshino just wrestles normally, then does the Torbellino, and puts them in the Sol Naciente.
Yeah, he'll just pull it out randomly.
You see no goal to work to the Sol Naciente. I feel that's the biggest issue with the modern day Yoshino I have. Which is why I did not like his title reign.
Or the Dangerous Gate match where it was just
it was boring.
Sol Naciente spam for 20 minutes.
The Kobe main event against Shingo where he just puts in the Sol Naciente and was over. It was just over. There was no build up to the Sol Naciente.
But now we're saved. We don't have to worry about that any freaking more.
Like I can appreciate all what Yoshino did, and he helped stabilize things in the rough period. But
there was no. That's the problem I have. That's also a problem. You could keep Mochizuki as champion during the period.
I don't think you could have had Mochizuki Dojo though.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't thought about that.
Because I think
then I'm fine with Yoshino being champion.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to commit so much time.
Mochizuki Dojo is one of the highlights of Dragon Gate.
Well, after his win, Pac reminded everyone that he has been saying, that Red controls Dragon Gate, and now he controls the Dream Gate. Maybe people will start paying attention. Eito told Yoshino that he lost today for two very simple and clear reasons. 1. Pac is unbeatable. 2. Because he's in a unit with Dragon Kid. Maximum is finished. The show is over. Red was ready to leave, so they could hit their music. Though I was fine with them playing their music so they could leave, but the show wasn't over. There was 2 main events today. Time for Doi Darts 2018. So yeah, this is my first Doi Darts, and I loved it. I love watching the wrestlers go out and get the kids. I couldn't believe one of the girls had the nerve to wear an Antioch shirt in public.
My favorite was Eita.
And
as it should be.
Yeah. Ashita breaking the wheel right as a kid threw it was great.
Well, you know what wasn't great?
The kid who kicked Kai.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy's
missed like
and
times.
Kness.
The Kness is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the kid who picked Kai looked like he wanted to die.
I mean, come on, man. Imagine you being picked by Dragon Gate wrestlers to throw Doi Darts. Then all you get It's not Puck who's right next to them. No, Puck wasn't right next. Dia was next to Puck. But it's not someone cool like Yoshino or Yamato. You get Kai. This kid, it had to cry at least 2 buckets.
And considering the future, I'm sure he feels really guilty.
Oh man.
Yeah, this kid should be feeling horrible for what he did. One of my favorite parts was seeing they put Jason Lee on wagon duty, and he did not look very happy.
No, he was scared.
It looked like he was afraid to like catch a dart to the eye, because those kids were whipping them at him.
There's also a kid named Kaito, and the moment he's like, "My name's Kaito," the camera immediately cut to Ishida like, "My name's Kaito too."
God damn it.
So, thoughts on the show overall?
Very good Korakuen. One of the best ones so far, like this year. Probably one of the best ones I've ever watched, to be honest.
Yeah, it was so exciting because so much happened story-wise. It was a big advancement to move into December.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And the matches delivered. Well, I think 3 matches were like good or great, and the others were kind of, they were there, sort of. Like the Dojo Boys multi-man tag against Maximum was awesome. The Shun versus UT match was also great. And then the main event I thought was just fantastic, honestly.
Yeah, I liked the show a lot. UT versus Shun was amazing. It gave you security for the future of Dragon Gate, because you just saw 2 young guys work a 20-minute style Korakuen main event, which is amazing. Puck versus Yoshino I liked it, didn't love it, but it was a good Dreamgate match. And the undercard was fun. The Eta Kid story got continued. The Triangle Gate story started. It was just a wholesome Korakuen.
Yeah. I think the show is the first peek in Dragon Gate's future, starting to focus heavily on the rookies, and having Pac lead the new year as a hot, exciting heel champion. I think it's a good omen for things to come.
Yeah, it's also a big novelty to have a heel champion in Dragon.
And a Gaijin champion, too.
Match of the night for me was UT versus Skywalker.
I agree.
My match of the night was the main event.
Fair.
UT and Shun gave me so much more than I expected, and I think it had the most tension to it. Like, everyone was excited, obviously, for Pac and Masato Yoshino, but UT and Shun had this fire that we hadn't seen from either of them before that made it stand out in my mind. So when I think about this Korakuen, that's going to be the match that I immediately want to go see again when it comes back up. Or if I'm thinking about anything that was crazy, it was definitely that match. It's going to be my match of the night.
MVP?
Shun fucking Skywalker.
Kazma.
Jesus.
No, I'm serious. Kazma had this amazing promo afterwards. I know. You guys are going to say UT Skywalker or Park, so I'm gonna say Kazma. I enjoyed Kazma a lot.
Oh, I'm not saying either of those. Actually.
Same, actually.
Yeah, well, fine. I'm sticking with Kazma.
That's fine. That's respectable. I respect the gumption to say that.
Do you like Kazma's gimmick of like weird Joker gamer weed smoker too good for Dragon Gate? Like he's got a weird thing going on.
It's weird lucha gear that like Nozawa and Masato wear, which brings back terrible memories.
I can say that it's an aesthetic. Take that as you will.
It is what it is. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah. The umbrella is weird, but other than that, it's fine.
And the fedora tip and blunt hit taunts?
No. I mean, have you seen Kazma? That's not the weirdest thing.
My MVP is Yoshino for his role as a valiant babyface champion who held things afloat during rough times.
That's good.
Thank you, Yoshino. Now it's time to step down.
Please.
Hey man, he's already taken pins.
That's good.
True.
What does this mean for like Maximum's direction now? Are they gonna move? Is Speed Muscle gonna start challenging for the twin, or are they gonna make a triangle team?
Jason, Doi, and Yoshino should reform the Triangle Gate team. I love them.
That was a great team.
I loved them so much.
My MVP of the night was General Manager Yagi for giving us the Rookie League. I think that's moment of the year. No, jokes aside, I'd probably say Kaito.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about Kaito too, but he just didn't do anything relevant. He just looked...
Yeah, like, he looked great, he had a great match, and then he got pinned by Yuki, and he looked incredibly pissed about it. Then he cut the good promo, and brawled with more of the boys, and yeah, I think he was probably, like, my favorite part of the show.
Kaito is great at always looking pissed.
Yeah, he is. I need him in red. Let's be real here. Become a heel. Right now.
Stay in maximum.
On December 18th, 2018, Fantastic Gate, which is Fan Appreciation Night, came from a Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan with an attendance of 1564. To open the show, Kagetora, Heiyo Watanabe, Kota Minoura, and Hiroshi Yamato defeated Ryo Saito, Dan Fuji, Gamma, and Manda Ryu when Kota used the bevel gear on Manda Ryu.
That's a big win. That's a big win for Kota.
Mm-hmm.
You say this was Fan Appreciation show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did not feel like it. I did not feel...
appreciated?
I don't know, man. This Korakuen was off.
It didn't have the sort of weight that the first one did this month, which is okay. I mean, it still was a good show. It just didn't have this sort of, let's see, world's gonna change night.
I think it was an okay show.
The thing is, you can't really plan out the Korakuens because Doidats is happening on that Korakuen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true, but I still feel like you could have had better card. This was very just kind of...
I mean, I know an easy trick how you get a better card. Stop booking Kai and Hiroshi.
Hiroshi was great in this match. He came out dressed as Santa.
That's good at the entrance, not good in the match.
I like his little X-chop gimmick.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that Gamma and him had like a fun interaction.
So, Saichi is subbing for Heiyo in this match due to... Oh, I'm wrong. I actually listed this wrong. It was Saichi instead of Heiyo, because Saichi ended up subbing in for Heiyo because Skywalker got concussed. So Heiyo had to sub for him in a different match.
Right.
Did we see the incident that concussed Shun, or was that at a house show?
House show.
Probably a house show.
House show. It wasn't a serious concussion. That's good.
We haven't seen him since, have we?
No, Final Gate.
There's no Final Gate.
Oh,
and
good.
the show after Final Gate.
And then at the Kobe show, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a match with Hyo against Fuji and Gamma.
Good. Okay.
Right.
I'm glad it's nothing serious.
I mean, Dragon Gate usually doesn't have many serious injuries, but right now you have Hulk, you have Tobinaga, you have Maria. Kind of.
I heard someone say Genki's hurt.
I mean, he's
just old.
He's still wrestling.
He's always hurt.
Serious injuries.
I mean, Kagetora had the back problem. He was off a couple shows, but it wasn't anything major.
Last month, Minoura said he really didn't care much about being ranked against the other rookies. He recently turned 20, though, and has a fresh outlook on life. He will aim to finish the top of the tournament and hopes the fans will support him in 2019.
I appreciate the bravery. I don't see Kota making even the top half, but seeing him go one-on-one would be nice to sort of establish who he's going to be. What is his style? Because right now I just picture him as like little angry miniature T-Hawk.
Oh my god, he does look like T-Hawk. Holy shit, I just thought about that.
He does. All he does is like the belly to belly suit. Here.
And the Peterson roll flash pin.
Yeah,
slaps old people.
Yeah, he's only been wrestling for 5 months, so I think it's fine that he isn't like anything special just yet.
I mean, compare that to Dia.
Well, Dia is. I'm pretty sure Dia's like.
Yeah,
Dia's like probably actually like 35 years old, and he's just been in the dojo ever since Torimon. Honestly, I don't believe that this kid is only 19. Let's just put it that way. But I mean, what his gimmick basically is like sort of a fiery underdog, sort of, because
I mean, it's the standard rookie gimmick.
Yes, I mean, sometimes you just need a standard rookie. You don't need a Shun Skywalker or a Ben K for that matter.
That's kind of my favorite part, is seeing these guys go from sort of the similar mold and seeing them all diverge into what their individual characters are going to turn into. So it's maybe the Rookie League is the first chance we'll see those sort of sparks of his individuality.
Hopefully. The second match was Ada versus Jason Lee, ending a disqualification after Ada hit the ref.
I did like that Dragon Kid actively interfered in the match to counter the ref interferences. I mean, that's something I wish more faces would do on a story perspective. Because, like, why the fuck do you just stand still when your best friend gets beaten by Big R Shimizu?
Apparently, at Dragon Gate, it takes physically hitting the referee to finally get disqualified.
Yeah, but that's usual.
I know, it's just something I noticed. I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of interference. Oh, he hit the ref, and now the ref cares.
I mean, Dragon Gate, you get to put people through tables and hit them with chairs wide open.
Listen, if it's outside the ring, it's legal.
Post-match, Ada knows no one wants to see him lose his hair. Everyone wants to see Dragon Kid lose his mask. The fans rejected the idea, but he called them a bunch of liars. He was going to both take his mask and cut DK's stupid curly hair. DK brought up Ada's recent attempts to injure his arm with the El Numero Uno. Maybe he has a better shot at winning now, but he sure is still acting like the one who is scared. He should be, because in Fukuoka, his head's going to be shaved clean.
What I wanted to say about the match is that I really liked seeing Jason.
Oh yeah, he was great. I couldn't tell if the crowders really hated Red or just really loved Jason.
Both. Jason is over.
Yeah, he gets the chance to shine, and he really does take it every time. He needs to sort of take that next step somehow. I don't know if that means Brave Gate. I don't know if that means
go straight to
a strong twin challenge. Straight to the Dream.
Yeah. Him and Pac.
Pac and Jason Lee, Nunchuck versus
amazing match.
It's like a good house show.
I would like to see that. I mean, it's not gonna happen, but at least give him the Brave Gate.
Was he was in King of Gate for sure, right? Last year?
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Match 3 was a three-way tag team match between Masato Yoshino and Kaito Ishida, defeating the team of Masaki Mochizuki and Heiyo Watanabe, along with Yamato and UT, with Kaito hitting a tiger suplex on Heiyo for the win.
Before we get into the match, look at the veterans, and do you notice something?
Dreamgate champions.
Yeah, I immediately noticed it. It's the last 3 Dreamgate champions.
The previous 3, yeah.
Yeah, Heiyo, like I said before, is a sub-concussion.
Hey, Hyo did good in the match.
I was really hoping this was gonna be the, like, breakout match, like the one that Ishida had in the Triangle Gate at Destiny, or Shun's breakout in the Twin Gate match, but he did good. It wasn't the one that put him on the map, but I think he hung, which is still nice to see.
I mean, I would, if you would have told me like 5 months ago that Hyo can hang with UT and Ishida, I wouldn't have believed you. So he definitely stepped up his game.
Yeah, he's been getting better.
The structure to this match was very interesting because they always kept, for the most part, they kept the veterans with the veterans and the rookies with the rookies, and sometimes they would do team moves, but that hard line between them really made the moments where they did interact all the more exciting.
The Mochi and Ishida interactions. Definitely a highlight of this match.
I think those two are going to put on something amazing at some point.
Yeah.
Two kickers.
They need to have a singles match down the line.
I really liked there's a shot of the veterans. I think it's Yamato specifically, and the rookies leave the ring, and you look at all the veterans look at each other, and they're just like, oh, look what our kids got us into. Yes, we gotta beat the shit out of each other now.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, this match was really good. I think this was my match of the night, and I mean, it's just exciting to see all the young guys just really get in there and fight each other with such great fire. It's
a look in the future, and
it's lovely.
And Kaido keeps freaking winning. Kaido picks up tons of wins in December.
I love Kaido. Ever since joining Maximum, he's like become one of my favorites.
The Tiger Suplex is fantastic. It looks great.
Yeah.
Ashida celebrated the win, just like Ashida said last month. This proves he is ahead of the rest of the young generation. Shun managed to injure himself, and he's even here today. Still, like that rules him out for even being on the top. As for UT and his annoying submission crap, he should prepare himself to die under a barrage of kicks. Holy crap, that's a pretty hard use of the word die there.
See? Turn him heel right now.
UT took offense in having his submissions mocked by someone who only knows how to kick and fluke into a tiger suplex.
That's the guy who only knows Cobra Twist.
They will find out which one of them is better soon enough. Furthermore, he hates people who talk shit in Kansai dialect. Yoshida interjected and pointed out he speaks in Kansai dialect. Did UT have a problem with him? Mochizuki brought up the crack UT made about kickers last month, which prompted Yamato to warn him to think a little harder before he provokes people. He even got the notoriously level-headed Yoshino angry. Heyo got frustrated. All of you are just talking nonsense. Yoshino, Yamato, and Mochizuki all were who was included in that all of you. A brawl broke out between the rookies, and I think they had to be separated.
That brawl was awkward. He was just hugging
They became
Ishida
a weird pretzel, yeah.
He was just hugging Ishida the whole time. It was funny.
You can't kick me if I'm hugging you.
The promo was hilarious though. Like Yoshino getting extremely pissed at UT.
Yeah, I feel like that's happened a lot. Like the last couple of rookie promos, they'll say some shit, and the vets would be like, "Oh, that also includes me." So what's up with that?
I can't. I hope one day they're gonna cut a promo like that, and one of the old guys are gonna say, "Huh, but that includes me," and the young guy just walks up to him and says, "What are you gonna do about it?"
Well, just slap him like Kota did with Mochizuki.
Oh, I want it to happen.
You gotta think it's building to something like that. Like, as they
show
continue
your
to poke and
fangs.
prod, yeah, they're gonna keep playing with the older guys until one of them makes them, like, stand up.
What if that's the ultimate swerve, is that in the end, all the rookies band together, make their own unit, after deciding, fuck the vets?
No,
Real Hazard, too?
It didn't work with the Millennials.
Well, Millennials had T-Hawk, so of course it didn't work.
Yeah, and New Hazard had Shingo, right. Damn it. Nah, I wouldn't like to see it. I like them fighting each other more than teaming.
Yeah. I think they should split up and like almost all of them feud with each other. You can have like some of them still stay friends and maybe a tag team, right? And then you can build that up for like the future, like one of them turns on the other, stuff like that. But for now, I think it'd be cool if they just keep feuding with each other.
Set the children free.
Because that can help, like when eventually they do become friends, that can set up new units.
Yep.
And we all love a good unit.
Right now, we have pretty great units.
The fourth match was Flamita and Bandito defeating Pac and Daga in a special international tag match with Flamita hitting the Flam Fly on Daga.
This match was great.
No, it was awkward. They had like the spot where Pac and Daga were on the top rope, and Flamita and Bandito were doing Spanish flies. That was the most awkward spot I've seen.
They stood there for like 45 seconds trying to set up the move.
It's the same problem with the 21 plex that Bandito does.
Usually he's pretty snappy on the 21, but yeah, I've been noticing more and more people just laying there on the middle rope, waiting for it.
Final Gate was really
very noticeable.
Staring in the camera, waiting for Bandito.
Dragon Kid has the same issue with the assisted elevated Hurricane Rana thing that they do, where they just kind of sit there.
Yeah, but at least he gets hold from someone. Like the 21 suplex is like, I'm gonna grab the rope and wait until you can roll off my back to suplex me.
Oh, come on, man. He's just resting a little bit. Wrestling's tough.
He's resting in a very weird position.
Listen, take a bump. You don't know how it is.
Brother, take a bump.
Take a bump.
But the match, it was.
It was a very entertaining match at least.
It was entertaining. Though I would have hoped for more.
Yeah, now that you say it, I do actually agree. It was fun. That's how I'll put it.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice popcorn catch.
My favorite part was Pac threatening to stab a lady with her own shoe post match.
Did that happen?
Yes. It cuts to him outside. Someone? No, it cuts to Pac outside after the match, and he's holding this lady's like tan heel, and he's like threatening to stab her with it, and finally he just throws it down and rolls in the ring.
Pac. You know, I kind of feel stupid for doubting Pac as a heel in Renegade.
He's great, isn't he?
He is. I thought they wouldn't take him as a heel, which they really don't do, to be honest. He still gets a lot of cheers, but he plays the heel really, really well.
That's like because he's still just returned, you know?
Yeah, I know.
People are still happy to see him. They do accept him as a heel, I feel, but sooner or later they're gonna start just booing him.
If you compare him to Eita immediately gets booed when he speaks, which is amazing for Eita.
So does Big R.
Yeah, but I mean, Ato turned on
because...
Kid and everything and joined Berserker and just killed the Jimmy. So he had heat from, like, the second he turned.
That's fair.
The Triangle Gate champions KZ, Susumu Yokosuka, and Genki Horiguchi defeated Big R Shimizu, Yasushi Kanda, and Takashi Yoshida, with Genki catching Yoshida with the backslide from heaven in match 5.
That was a fun match. I really liked it. I like the chemistry Red has within each other, and Natural Vibes is like a unit. You can't have a bad triangle match against Natural Vibes. So this was fun.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Big R and Yoshida are amazing together. If something ever happens where Big Ben doesn't exactly work out, these two are, like, bred to be perfect.
A Big R takes a lot from Yoshida in his heel role. This obnoxious, loud mouth, big power guy. It's like, you can see the similarity.
He's like a hybrid of Yoshida and Shingo to me.
Yeah, that's perfect way to put it. Well, Shingo was more serious. I feel like Shimizu cranks up the obnoxiousness to 27.
Yeah,
but more like in-ring, I'd say.
Yeah, in-ring I feel yes, but like from character I see so many things Yoshida does.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
My biggest takeaway from this match is Susumu took his shirt off.
Is that exciting for you?
He always dresses in a shirt. I don't know why he does it. Like Genki put it off joining Natural Vibes, Susumu put it on.
Yeah, like up till this, he always wrestled with the shirt on. From here in Final Gate, he wrestles with the shirt off.
Maybe he's feeling more confident in himself.
He did actually post a picture on Twitter, just like kind of before Final Gate, where he said, "Woohoo! I'm down to 77 kilos." Maybe he was just feeling fat,
feeling sexy.
Maybe both.
Also, Kanda had some fire in this match. Like, he looked motivated.
Ever since I watched that Genki Kanda Bravegate match from Kobe so many years ago, and since then I love watching him.
Kanda motivated. I've said it numerous times, not on this podcast because it's episode 1, but motivated Kanda is best Kanda. If you see him, like, he had like a match in 2012, him and Susumu against Fuji and Mochizuki, and him and Fuji had like this death feud where they would just brawl everywhere, and Kanda was amazing in that match. Like, if you
he
have
looks like a frumpy old mean dad, but he works fantastically. He's so, I guess, like, seasoned, and that comes across in everything looking very crisp and just mean when he does anything.
I have immense respect for Kanda for managing to be a heel, even though he returned from a near-death injury. Like, how the fuck do you manage that?
Yeah, like, they had to, like, remove, like, 1 to 2 centimeters off his neck.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he managed to get booed after he returned.
Well, I thought
he did kill the Jimmies, the bastard.
No, he didn't kill the Jimmies. The Jimmies are already dead.
Dirty fucking traitor.
You can't trade what's dead.
Goddamn Contra.
I hate him.
If you name him Contra, put away the second D, or the first D, like Kanta.
Yoshida complained about more roll-up, shut-up tactics. He expected better of the Triangle Gate champions. He was sure there'd be no complaints about adding a no flashpin stipulation to the title match in Fukuoka. Horiguchi told Yoshida he had no idea what being in his late 30s was like. Anyway, he was just being a sore loser. He pinned him 1-2-3 fair and square. Even with his backslide banned, KZ and Susumu weren't going to go down so easy. If he wanted to ban flash pins, that would also include the Candy Magic. Yoshida quickly backtracked and left.
What's the Candy Magic?
It's the John Woo setup, but instead of the John Woo kick, he just rolls you up in a small packet.
That's fantastic.
I know. I like that you really felt like Natural Vibes were like one big group, because Genki were like, if I can't beat you, my buddies can, with the power of friendship.
And magic.
And magic. And wonder and love.
And weed.
Allegedly.
The biggest power.
Weed.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I like that.
Finally, in the special Doi Darts tag match main event, Dragon Kid, Kness, Benkei, Kazuma Sakamoto, and Kai defeated Yuki Yoshioka, BB Hulk, Brother Yashi, Naruki Doi, and Dragon Dia, with Kai hitting the Meteor Impact on BB.
And boy, was it a big impact on BB Hulk.
That's the first time I heard that joke.
Well,
God damn it.
we might as well get the bad news out of the way. After this match, it came out that Hulk had injured his neck. We don't know exactly what did it. We have kind of assumed that when Kai dropped him for the medial impact, this is what did it. But he will be out for at least a year. We don't know if it will be next year or the year after. But this is I guess the final part of this chapter of the BB story.
Yeah, it just hangs a sad cloud over this match. Like, it was fun, it was cute, but looking back now, I'm just upset that BB Hulk's final goodbye Twin Gate run got cut short.
Yeah,
especially since they were gonna have a rematch from Kobe, and I mean, Chuck said, I think that was like the match that really got you into Dragon Gate. That was the match that really like was the shining light in what I felt was a very weak Kobe world, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was the one thing that I could walk away from the show with and think, God,
the tag match of the year.
Big Ben. Yeah, it was one of the best tag matches, maybe the best tag match of the year.
I would agree.
I was just super excited to see it because, I mean, BB is absolutely one of my favorite Dragon Gate guys, right? And I was excited to see him like wrap it up. I mean, I think we all kind of assumed that they were going to lose to Big Ben. And then who knows what BB was going to do next. Some of us thought that maybe he can do like challenge to Pac, like really go down fighting and such. But no, it was cut short, sadly.
I feel like before BB Hulk retires, we will get one Dreamgate match against Casey.
Yes.
I think
that's probably his swan song.
I think this affected a lot. I think this ruined the not really ruined, but this heavily affected the Final Gate card, and I think it definitely hurt. I think the story they were going to go with for the Pac's title run is, I think, either Hulk or Yamato was his next challenger.
Yeah, now we have Yamato free, I guess, so at least we get Yamato Pac, but I mean, it's a shame because, just BB's body is broken down, and taking injury that bad just won't do him any favors.
Maybe it can, like, really give him time to heal up, though. Hopefully, he's gonna come back better.
Especially the shoulder.
Yeah, and then maybe he can lose some weight, because he has been kind of pudgy as of late.
Pudgy Hulk is good.
Just
extra padding for his shoulder. It's a defense tactic. Besides the big, horrible catastrophe finish, Dragon Dia looked pretty great in this match again.
I loved his interactions with Kazma in the beginning. Like Kazma applauding him because he was impressed with Dia. It was really fun.
And then we also had the interactions between Doi and Kid, where Doi was just being a complete asshole to Kid. It was incredible.
Just like wrenching the arm that was taped and just always kicking him off the apron. Like, what the fuck is your problem, Doi?
Being horrible to his buddy, and I don't know why, but it was fantastic to watch.
Yeah, Doi ran a lot of traffic in that match. Like, you can see him directing people to do spots very loudly.
He was the linchpin of the match.
I also think Yuki did very well, and I'm happy.
Can we talk about Yuki's interactions with Brother and how bad Yuki needs to join Natural Vibes?
Oh my god, yes!
He needs to join Natural Vibes. He is amazing. His interactions with Brother were amazing. Imagine him, and he wasn't Cboz, you know that. There was a Prime Zone where he rapped with Casey to the
they were in the rap group together.
Yeah, it was amazing. I wasn't too big of a Yuki guy, but he has really won me over. I always thought he was just the road of the middle guy, but he has this weird charisma.
Yeah, and he's super smooth. Everything he does looks nice.
Yes, he has something special about him. It's I don't see him ever have a year-long Dreamgate reign, but god damn it.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
I feel like
2 years.
he will be the 3 years. He will be the Susumu of the next generation. He will be
no. He's the next Yamato.
He will be like this smooth technician. You can always count on having great performances. Susumu. I really mean like the role of Susumu, like
the style.
The style. They're like this technician who always has smooth matches. I can see that happening because I really think if any one of the rookies goes technician style, it's Yuki.
As long as you don't call him boring, I'll be okay with it.
And Susumu isn't boring. Susumu
he's a Jimmy. He's a Jimmy, all right, brother. No, but like Yuki has charisma as well, like proper charisma.
He has a charisma like it's like a charisma like Punch, I would say.
Oh.
Punch has great charisma.
I love Punch Tominaga. It comes from the place of love.
I feel like it's weird to explain his charisma to other people, though.
Yeah, he's got a charisma similar to Benkei, where it's like it's nothing that he says or does, or something that he says. It's his body language, and
he has an aura around him, like an aura that screams fun,
clean, wholesome, natural fun,
non-drug related fun.
Now, well, then he won't fit in natural vibes.
Allegedly.
Did you guys watch the backstage promos they had with both teams, and all the red guys were just walking off?
They did that last year. Last year was like Eita on one team, and T-Hawk, Lindaman, and Kanda on the other. And in both interviews, the Berserk guys left. And like the interviewer is always like, well, what do I do now?
Well, that really fit for Benkei because he's been having this quiet samurai character thing going on. I mean, he didn't even speak a single word to Yoshino in the build-up to their Dreamgate match.
I wonder if he has problems cutting a promo because he did promos in Maximum.
He doesn't have the best voice, I'd say.
Maybe he just found himself better off just keeping off the mic.
I think I've heard him speak once.
He has a very high-pitched voice, I'd say.
What you wouldn't expect for his body.
Yeah, I like when he speaks, I'm like, are you sure that's your voice?
I feel like it works well as Big R as the obnoxious and Big R has the brains and Benkei the muscles.
Oh yeah, Big R's got the brains.
Wow. Yeah, sure, buddy.
Even I'm a Big R stan. I'm like, Big R, yeah, he's got the brains of anything.
He's the mouth.
I mean, aside from like the times that Big R starts rambling and just,
forgetting what town he's in and
tripping
over the road.
Forgetting what he's in.
I'm not gonna hold that against Big R because that adds to his charm. I feel like Big R is the better guy to cut obnoxious promos than
he's the better talker by far.
Absolutely, he has a better voice as well. Ben just sounds weird.
Kai closed out the final Korakuen Hall of 2018 with a win over Hulk. Hulk is one of the top stars of Dragon Gate.
Promo.
So Kai sees no reason to stop there. He has appeared on one show or so per month since August. He wants to build on that, take his own spot on top, and become the man of the year. Doi reminded him that Dragon Gate wasn't just a BB Hulk. Well, it's not anymore. There was Yamato, Yoshino, Naruki Doi, and many more. There were still capable veterans and hungry rookies. If Kai wanted to carve himself out a spot, he was welcome. Doi thanked the Tokyo fans for their support throughout 2018. Next year marks the 20th anniversary of the company. The first match has been announced, but there are many more surprises in store for the fans.
This promo now seems kind of in bad taste when the injury came to light.
Yeah.
The promo was bad. I mean, why close out Korakuen with Kai?
Why would Kai pin the Twin Gate champion just before the big Kobe World?
Who would he team with?
That's what I was thinking myself. You're like, why the fuck is this guy doing winning?
So weird.
Yamato? I don't want to see Yamato.
Like the weirdest thing is, like when you think about who was in this match, Kness, Yuki, Dia. I mean,
plenty of pin eaters.
I'm just gonna point out Benkei was on the opposition team, and he was facing him like 6 days later.
Yeah.
Why couldn't Yashi take the pin?
Why couldn't Yuki take the pin? Why couldn't Dragon Kid take the pin? Why couldn't anyone take? Why BB Hulk? Why the Twin Gate champion? The only champion in this match.
Whoa. Brother Yashi is the tag team champion.
The only Dragon Gate champion.
No, Kid was in it. He's the Brave Kid champion.
No, he doesn't have the belt. He doesn't count. So, thoughts on the show overall?
Yeah, this was pretty skippable, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Watch the veterans and the rookies tag.
Yeah, just don't waste your time. This was nothing special.
I mean, if you are a big Kai fan, I'm sure there are people out there. Dragon Gate Network.
Really like Kai.
Should get the Dragon Gate Network. Watch the main event to see Kai, but watch the main event to see Yuki. Absolutely amazing performance with Yashi.
It was just a lighthearted show, nothing serious.
If you frame it more as like what they called it, the fan appreciation night, it's easier to sort of say, oh, that was fun. Nothing really of substance came out of it, but I had a good time.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
I did not feel appreciated watching this show.
Definitely not at the end. I did not feel appreciated seeing BB Hulk die in front of me.
We know he was dead yet.
Yeah, but his career is.
So let's try Vanguard.
Yeah, fuck.
Match of the night? Mine was a 3-way tag match. The veterans and rookies.
Yeah, that's the obvious answer.
MVP?
Kaito Ishida.
Oh.
Or Yukioka. Depends on the match. I really like Kaito's performance in the 3-way match, but I really enjoyed Yuki's antics with Yashi. But I'm gonna stick with Kaito.
I'm probably gonna say Genki. I thought he was really great in the Natural Vibes Red match. Nice to see him get a pin as well.
I was surprised. One of my notes said Genki gets a pin in 2018. What the fuck? I was like really surprised.
Keep that backslide dangerous.
Mine was Kai. Just kidding. It was Doi.
Don't even care about that, okay?
Dai was the of the Doi Darts match.
Yeah, he was
the captain.
He held everything together.
Like you can legitimately see him yelling at people to do certain spots. So I think that the Doi Darts match was only as good as Doi made it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd give it to Masaki Mochizuki for raising such good children.
Oh.
And now they're starting to you're starting to see all this individual time he's giving them start to pay off in a big way.
On December 23rd, 2018, a final gate came in Fukuoka, Japan, with an attendance of 3,746. This was a reported sellout. Our first match was Jason Lee, Kaito Ishida, Sachihoko Boy, and Dragon Dia defeating Super Shiza, UT, Brother Yashi, and Mondai Ryu in an 8-man tag, with Ishida landing a Tiger Suplex on Mondai Ryu.
Every time we get to see this beautiful Tiger Suplex, it's a good time.
It felt like a graduation, the young boys are ready to move into the new year. It felt like a celebration for them.
Mondai got pinned, right?
Yep.
Yes.
He's really eating pins everywhere. He lost to Kness, which is okay. He lost to Kota.
I think losing to Kota is like the bigger step down.
It's not a step down if you're already at the ground.
We can start burying, brother.
Mondai is the totem. He's the last guy on the totem pole of Dragon Age.
He's a part that's buried.
What the fuck is that to bury if you're not meaningful to the show?
No, but I'm saying like in a totem pole there is a part that's buried in the ground.
Oh.
He's below the ground, alright.
Yeah, the match was fine. I like seeing Shisa again because Shisa is really fun to watch. Yeah, the match was really fun. It's always good to see Jason and Kaito team together because they have like this amazing chemistry I really need to see more of.
I think Jason and Kaito are the team to watch next year. If there is
I need
either a summer adventure or something else.
I think they're definitely going to challenge for the Twin Gate at some point. Maybe Champions Gate. Who knows?
I hope they do, but I don't see it. I really want them to, but the thing is, Kaito isn't the big name, and Jason isn't the big name.
This is true. Maybe we could get it in like a Kyoto show.
Or a Hong Kong show.
The thing is, Big Ben got challenged by Maria and Kagatora this year, which is like an equally level team. So,
I'd say it's a little bit bigger, but
yeah, it's a little bigger, but
if
like,
you just push Jason and
comparable.
Kaito a bit more, it's
if Kaito wins the Rookie League, I could see them challenged.
Yeah.
He wins the Rookie League, and his one wish is to be with his best friend Jason in a Twin Gate match.
Though I could see, instead of Jason, they would rather do Kaito and Yoshino against Big Ben.
I don't think they could be still Speed Muscle.
Speed Muscle.
Or
I think they're saving
Kaito and Dragon Kid, because both of them joined from Overgeneration, so they have a history together.
I could see that.
I would
Could
rather
happen, yeah.
I would rather see Kaito and Jason get like a nice Twin Gate match against Big Ben.
I agree.
I don't care when, like at least on a televised show, but if it's on Champions Gate or if it's on Dead or Alive, like I just want it to happen.
Match 2 saw Mochizuki Dojo represented by Shun Skywalker, Heio Watanabe, Yuki Yoshioka, and Kota Minoura defeat Ryo Saito, Don Fuji, Gamma, and K-Ness in an 8-man tag match after a frog splash / moonsault combo from Yuki and Skywalker on Saito.
Giant win.
That
Giant
was big,
win.
yeah. That was also the first time all 4 Dojo boys, I'm pretty sure, at least on televised, have tagged together in an 8-man.
That could very well be. But
it was a great statement.
and it was-
that these
it
guys
was a-
are a unit.
And it was really fun, and they worked together well. And I mean, they worked off the old guys good as well. I mean, Saito and Fuji, they're always gonna be great, right? Even
Veterans
Gamma,
are-
who I'm not that high on, and Kunesu, I mean, he's
you
Kunesu.
you need to watch more of Kness. Oh, yeah.
K-Ness came in and hit it in Zaguri and then left like 4 times.
That's all you need to do, brother. Work smarter, not harder.
Listen,
All he does right now is the Enzigiri, the Shoryu, Pyakyu, and the Hikari Nova. That's it.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to watch him just repeat that spot 4 times.
It's a good Enzigiri, though. Let's be honest. It's a really nice Enzigiri.
it's good, yeah.
The
you
win
think
Shun
we'll
over
see
Rio
more?
is big, but I feel if you would have let Yuki pin Saito or Hyo, that would have been even bigger. I feel like Shun is on a level where you can expect him to beat someone like Rio Saito.
Do you think this was a good sign for them being more of a traditional unit come 2019 since they
Yeah,
worked so
I
well?
wanted to talk about that. It's always stated Mochizuki Dojo isn't a unit. They have a logo, they have a name, they get introduced as Mochizuki Dojo Shun Skywalker. The only thing missing is a theme song, but many units didn't have a theme song. New Hazard didn't have one, Windows didn't have one. So why are they not a unit if they get presented like a unit?
Because they're open border, essentially, like anyone can come and go as they please.
That's bullshit, though.
I mean,
maybe they want to keep it nebulous.
They're not a unit. They are a dojo. The goal, like Mochizuki, is just there to train the guys, basically.
And when
They're
the new
not really
class
letting-
of dojo guys are ready, they can start moving in, and maybe the first Mochizuki Dojo class will start folding into the regular units.
That's an interesting thought. Do you think they will continue Mochizuki Dojo? Like Mochi will keep training young guys until he retires, which will never happen because
I
he's
think that would be
Mochizuki?
fantastic if this becomes a permanent.
I mean, that was like the thing that was rumored when Overgeneration debuted. That then like all the guys started moving on the next thing, and then like just the new young boys joined Overgeneration, but that didn't happen, obviously. But
I enjoy that.
Compared to Overgeneration, I feel like Mochizuki Dojo is doing everything right.
Yeah.
What Overgeneration did wrong.
Well, one was a success and one wasn't.
Well, one had Shima, so
Well, kind of.
One actually had more young guys than old guys.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem with Overgeneration, in fact. That, like,
And there was such a long time where they only had Kaito as the young guy because they lost Lindemann, they lost Eita, they lost Yamamura. So it was just Kaito and Mondai and Gamma and Ken for a long time.
My favorite time in Overgeneration was right after they debuted. Then when you had Punch and Gamma be a unit, then you had Shima taking over Yamamura, Chida, and Eita was trying to get DK to join. That was like the best time for Overgeneration, but after that it would just like steadily decline.
Right now, my investment in the rookies rivals my love for Big R.
Whoa, that's a big statement.
That's a big statement. But
That's a big statement, if you know what I'm saying.
But that's something I determined in this match. Like, damn, I really care about these rookies. Big R.
They're also exciting, and there's such
the
good
rookies are gonna be
potential right now.
the rookies are gonna be big in the future.
It feels like when you saw like Shingo and BB and Yamato, like this such talented crop of people with such bright personalities. Like you just can't help but be excited to see where they go.
Yeah, but I feel like the future of Dragon Gate is
safe.
It's safe, and that's like the best thing you can hope from getting out of Mochizuki Dojo.
Match 3 saw Masaki Mochizuki defeat Daga with a Hurricane Rana into a pin. For all of Daga's problems, his look isn't one of them. He looks like a star.
Yeah,
he looks like he's like an asshole. He looks like he'd just look at you weirdly, like, how dare you even speak to me?
He looks like he would spit an old woman in the face if she looks at him.
What? I don't know about that.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing. He just looks like a smug asshole.
Work with Mochi was amazing. This match, it felt like neither of them wanted to give up, even though they were beating the shit out of each other.
It was very Dragon Gate atypical. It's like not a match you see in Dragon Gate. With
I
the working.
didn't like this match.
I thought it was fine. What didn't you like about it?
To me, it just felt like it went on and on and on. I wanted it to get over with. And Mochi seemed really slow to me. Like he wasn't his usual self.
I mean,
He's working a brutal, more submission-based style.
His leg got pulled out of the socket by Daga, so of course he's gonna work slow.
That happened?
Yeah.
Like, are we talking kayfabe or like?
I don't know what that word means.
What's kayfabe?
Don't lie to me.
I feel like.
Did you have any faith? Like, did you ever think during this match that Daga was going to win? Is that what sort of detracted from it?
Probably. Like, I knew there's no way in hell Daga wins.
I mean, Daga submitted him in the tour previous.
Yeah, but this is final game.
So.
I feel like Mochi actually not getting the clean win, like only getting the flash pin Hurricane Rana. That's an interesting.
Says a lot.
It's an interesting decision. Like they clearly want to build Daga more up, which is fine. I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, and
I just want Daga and Eita to team more regularly. They fit so well together. The smug assholes. That should be the team name.
Has this format always been used in Dragon Gate, where a guy will come in, do a tour, and then his final match will be this sort of special singles? Because I know they did that with Willie.
No, they didn't. His last match was Dangerous Gates.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he got some kind of spotlight single because he defended that.
Yeah, he defended against Shun.
Double, please.
Double, please.
Mochizuki asking him if he's ordering a hamburger.
No, Willie was asking Shun if he's asking a hamburger. But that's like really big spot for Daga to get a high-profile singles match on a big show in his first tour. That's nothing to sneeze
Maybe
at.
he's found a home. I would love him to. I think he fits great. I think he was working his ass off during this tour too. He was training dojo boys. He was bumping super hard for everybody.
Yeah, he just
died his first night.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was scary.
I love all the code breakers he does. Yeah, he calls them Magnum, right? I feel like he does. He just does them out of every angle. That's really fun.
Another thing about him is that, I mean, I know Dragon Gate Kiddo, the CEO of Dragon Gate Entertainment, tweeted in English like a picture of the 20th anniversary thing, which of course it has Kenichiro Arai on it.
The best boy.
And someone else, I can't even tell who it is, but it also has Daga in it. And Daga is on the unit page where on the Go Oro website, so I hope
he's a red member.
and think. Yeah, exactly. He's a red member, and I hope he comes back.
Yeah, but so was Masato Tanaka. He was a member of Antios, technically.
No, when he had the match at Kobe World, they didn't announce him as Antius.
Oh, they didn't? I didn't notice
like
that.
Special guest.
No, they did. He was announced as Antius. He was.
No. Like on his like name card thingy, where they have like the logo for factions, there was no Antius there.
Oh, yeah, but then why did they use the Antias theme when that doesn't matter.
Because he was announced first. So
he needed to get out of there to go to his
2 people over him,
show?
I think. No, but like Kanda and Kong were above him. I think they were announced for him. Either way,
Kanda and Kong would not be above Tanaka.
No, I think they were announced as above him.
Huh. Well, maybe.
Like by the announcer. I'm not sure though, but I mean, there were 2 Red members and 1 who was like unofficial.
In the opener, this show, it was 2 maximum members, and Kaito and Jason, and Sachi and Daya.
Yeah, but it wasn't more than 50%.
Usually they don't do it. I mean, usually if it's not one unit coming out together, they don't use the unit entrance.
What did they use for the Korakuen where Dia tagged with Kagatora and Yamato and...
I'm pretty sure they came out to Tribe.
Yeah.
No, but at Gate of Destiny, the match where Daga debuted, Tribe was tagging with Kota, and they didn't use Tribe's theme. They used Kagatora's theme as an entrance because Kota wasn't a member.
I can't compete with your encyclopedic knowledge, Leon. You just hit me with these facts so fast.
What fact did I use?
Well, I mean...
He is the Dragon Gate. He is our podcast Mochizuki.
Our sage.
I mean, I guess it just changes from occasion to occasion. But yeah, Tanaka was never really an Antias member. He was...
Bring him back, brother.
He was a hive gun,
No,
basically.
don't even say that, Cboz.
No, keep him away.
Keep that dirty mouth off your mouth. Right,
But Mochizuki's punishment wasn't over yet after a grueling match from Daga.
No, it was not.
Surprise challenge.
Holy shit, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the second most competitive Stalker match I've ever seen.
So, Hollywood Stalker Ichikara came out during the aftermath of Mochizuki Daga. Who authorized this, he asks. What did Mochizuki do to deserve a singles match on the first half of a major show? When you think of pre-intermission singles match, you think of Stalker Ichikara. Next year, as Dragon Gate's 20th anniversary, he has some goals left to accomplish. In those 20 years, he has probably had 100 singles matches with Mochizuki, and he has not won one yet. So he has come here to beat him up. He demanded the match on the spot. Mochizuki gave him credit for coming all the way to Fukuoka, and he would normally call for the belt himself, but he just had a rough match. His leg hurts, so he has to decline. Ichikara replied that the rough match was what he had was exactly what he came out for. He demanded they ring the bell and start the match. Mochizuki submits Stalker Ichikara by reversing a figure 4 in an impromptu match 5.
That was the second most competitive Ichikawa match I've ever seen.
I loved how, in the beginning, Mochi was going for the flying Kenka kick or whatever it's called, which he's used like many times before to just instantly win a match against Stalker. But Stalker dodged it this time, and I was like, oh my god, he's winning.
I completely thought Stalker was winning this time. I had it in my heart.
Stalker will never beat Mochizuki. It's an ongoing story. He will never do it.
I think
What's
he'll do it
his
in
first most competitive match? Was
no,
it
not even in his retirement match. Stalker's retirement match.
He's robbing in his retirement match.
Stalker's retirement match should be one move and Stalker gets pinned.
Valid.
That's his entire career.
Would you say that Stalker's most competitive match was the one against Shima?
No, he had back in 2000. He used to team with Crazy Max because him and Taru were feuding, and then him and Taru became buddy. So Crazy Max feuded with M2K, and Stalker and Taru had a hair match against Kanda and Susumu. And that was the most competitive Stalker match. Because it actually went 16 minutes or even longer, and Stalker didn't ate the fall in 2 seconds.
Sorry, did you say 16 or 60?
16. Something along,
okay.
or 20.
Okay.
Iron Man Ichikawa.
A 60-minute Ichikawa match would be something I would actually see. Just for the spectacle.
Match 6 is Natural Vibes, KZ, Susumu Yokosuka, and Genki Horiguchi losing the Triangle Gate Championships to Red, being represented by Takashi Yoshida, Yasushi Kanda, and Kazuma Sakamoto. Red are now the 64th champions in history.
And my life.
No.
This match was actually... I like this match a lot.
I love this match.
I didn't. I thought it was a fine match. I did not enjoy the winning team. Like, I know No, I just don't like that red team. That's the worst red team you could have possibly made.
Well, it's red beat team, so.
What if Tanaka was in there? Huh, what if Tanaka was instead of Kazuma there?
Well, he's not in red, so you can't say that.
No, it's Kazuma, Kong, and Tanaka.
Yes, it's
Kong
the KKK.
If Kong is in the team, it's always the best team. I think we all can agree on that.
I'm not going to agree with that. But, basically, I was not happy with this result. I know Casey had to lose it someday, but this felt kind of meh, I'm gonna be honest.
I think it felt like the need for Red to hold all the titles. It sort of fits
thing
the
is,
story. It fit them.
The weird thing about this is, you have Yoshida, you have Kanda, you have Kazuma, all having belts. You have Big R and Benkei. They have the Twin Gate belts. You have Puck as champion. Now, isn't it weird that the only guy who is not having a championship belt is the leader?
See, I'm telling you, he's turning face.
Oh no, he shouldn't.
Turning face.
Yeah, but there's really no other belt for Eita except for the Brave, and I really don't want to see Eita in the Brave division.
Oh, Walrai Eita.
It's a dead belt. It's a dead belt. Shingo killed it.
Yeah, he probably literally did.
Yeah.
Ripped it apart and threw it into the crowd. We never got the strap back.
It's not the last time we will see that.
Yeah.
But I should end talking about this match saying, yeah, it was alright, but underwhelming finish, and I did tweet out.
Does it give you any peace knowing that this is just unnecessary evil on the road to KZ main eventing Kobe World?
Very little, but yeah.
They won't defend the title. They will have a 0 defense run. I will guarantee it, because Kazuma isn't around.
I'll hold you against your word, Leon.
Against who? Doi, Dragon Kid, and Jason. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
I'm thinking Yamato, Kagetora, and Yuchi.
Yeah, that would be a good team.
Ooh, and then face the Mochi boys.
Yeah, you see?
There it is.
But the thing about this is, now you have Red dominating, which is a good thing, because we all know a good heal unit means a good Dragon Gate. You have my favorite wrestler as a champion, which is an amazing thing.
No, I don't know about that.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah. Also, I just want to mention it before we forget about it. Kanda just throwing the flowers away at the beginning of the match might be the
What
best.
a man.
It was amazing. He just nonchalantly threw the flowers away, and the girl was visibly upset.
So,
She was not happy.
there's two things about the flower ceremony that I took away. One, when they handed the red team, they handed them red, yellow, and blue flowers. Blue was Kanda's Jimmy color, and that's the only color that got thrown away. Also, Kazuma took his bouquet of flowers and just started poking at the three girls' dresses.
Oh God!
And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Have you guys seen what he did to the title after they won it?
He licked it, didn't he?
He licked it in a weird way, in a really weird.
You know what?
He's gonna do some nasty shit with that title belt. Some nasty shit, like shit Teddy would retweet on the timeline.
Jesus Christ!
I love Kazuma.
The match itself was, I thought it was really good because you have Casey, Susumu, and Genki as a well-oiled machine, and you had a motivated Kanda. You had Kazuma and Kong, who really, all the stuff they did was just like run in, throw a couple of lariats and slams, and just get out. Especially like the interactions between Susumu and Kong, where just Kong just unloaded the Jigokusuki on Susumu, and then Susumu retaliated with the Jama no Kachi rushes. That was amazing. It was like
that was really good.
Yeah.
Kong and Susumu have a great sort of dynamic between the two that I'd love to see in a singles coming forward in maybe King of Gate.
Just hit each other very hard. For some reason it works.
And Kong, Yoshida did the spot with the Shigokusuki rush, which is cool because it's a very imposing spot.
I think the match it's not gonna win any work rate awards, but as a match of old fashioned heels that people love versus the heels the crowd despise, it was great.
Filled a good spot right before the intermission, knowing how
don't talk
brutal
about
that it was going to be.
Oh my god!
So I didn't get to see
the intermission was the time I thought about canceling the network.
Oh my goodness!
Jesus Christ, that was horror.
So I didn't see the intermission. What happened?
There was an idol group, and I don't know. I really
They sang for like 15 minutes straight. They just did their like pop idol stuff.
And
it
they
was
were
very
not good.
long.
They were not
Even
good
if they were
at all.
Their
good.
dances weren't cute.
They were not moe
You
at
have
all.
the natural vibes dance, alright? Oh, talking about natural vibes, I love Casey's robe he has.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It's like this robe is he had one in Tribe Vanguard, but this one is just like
I need
It's so
him
good.
when he main events Kobe
He
to
needs
have
to wear
all the
that.
black on his gear be white.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be
A
amazing.
big gold chain and a big old blunt.
And Dead or Alive, he died to fail.
Allegedly, Cboz. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's a prop. It's only a prop. Okay?
It's fake.
The fire special effects.
If he
Yeah.
never inhales, it's fine.
Added in
He never
post production.
But Casey really showed to me that even in defeat, you made him look good because Genki took the pin as always with that nasty pile driver, which is still Jesus, such a
Yeah,
awesome
it's
move.
really good looking actually.
That's like the best thing Kazma has.
It's the only thing he has except the gamer look.
Gamer look
His Joker mask.
on the t-shirts and the jacket.
So, as I didn't talk about this last.
We live in a society that cosmos like that.
I didn't talk about this in the last show we talked about. Cosma for the Doy Darts match came out in 2 t-shirts.
You wore a Maybach shirt.
Yeah, then he took it off and had a red shirt. Like, fucking why?
Yeah.
The fucking
Yeah, because he's in hooligans.
audacity of this fucker. He comes
He's
out
in
in a
hooligans.
Noah shirt.
Okay, but Yashi came out with a Dove Pro title, so...
Titles
Yeah, I
are
mean-
different.
I mean,
Yeah, Willie Mack
let's
looks
be
cool when he
honest.
comes out with other titles.
Let's be honest. Aside from the Triangle Gate now, this shirt Kazma wore was probably his most prized possession.
A Maybach Taniguchi shirt. No, those don't have any value. I'm sorry.
They have emotional value for Kazma.
In the semi-main event, Big Ben won the vacated Twin Gate Championships, defeating Kageyama, Yamato, and Kagatora, Speed Muscle, Naruki Doi, and Masato Yoshino, and Mexa Blood, Flamita, and Bandito.
We need to praise Kagatora to the heavens.
Yeah.
Before that, the eliminations in order were Kagatora eliminated Yoshino with Kaganui, Kagatora eliminated Bandito with a Kaganui, and Shimizu eliminated Kagatora with a shot put slam.
Kagatora was the MVP of the match.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
He-
absolutely.
He carried the match. He was like in this match 90% of the time, I feel. It certainly felt like it.
The glue that sort of lynched everything together.
Yeah, it was. The fact that he got to eliminate Bandito and Yoshino is like a big...
I couldn't believe he eliminated not Yoshino.
Yeah, Yoshino was so surprising. He was the first one to go as well. I just kind of like went.
I think it was like, you guys thought as well, that this match will end up as a Speed Muscle vs Big Ben match.
Yeah,
And seeing Yoshino eliminated from Kagatora of all people, which is not a bad thing because Kagatora fucking rules. I was
yeah, and
surprised.
it was a good shock as well. And I mean, it makes sense.
And
he
the fact
just
that
lost the Dream Gates. He's hurt.
And the fact that he got to kick out of the 21 Plex, which is very protected in Dragon Gate,
Yeah.
is also a big feather in his cap. And the fact that he got to eliminate Bandito after that. It's like Kagatora, I hope so, that they position Kagatora as the big number 2 in Tribe now.
Yeah, it seems like
Number 2 of 3.
Maria will come back. Flamita too.
Yeah, true. But I mean, Kagatora was already above her.
Yeah,
Kagatora
but
was
not
always
above
the number
Flamita.
3, to be fair.
I think
Flamita?
the match played up to
maybe, I
Kagetora's
guess.
strength because it showed how smart he was. Like he caught Yoshino off guard. He caught him when he was going too fast, and he caught Bandito. Like he comes across as this smooth like killer in the ring. Like he knows what to do to sort of take advantage of your weaknesses, and I think that shined really well in this match.
Another one I think really shined was Big R Shimizu.
I have a point.
The monkey flip.
Oh my
He landed on his
goodness.
feet. I could not believe it.
Where he just flipped out and like, oh, I'm the smartest, and he immediately walks into a super kick from Flamita. It was amazing.
Actually, to further highlight Big R's intelligence, Big R hit the shot put slam on Yamato and didn't pin him, and immediately turned around and tried to go after Kagetora. Why? Because Yamato has kicked out of the shot put slam before.
Yeah, Big R is street smart.
Yeah.
As soon as he pulled the straps down, it was 100%. Big R was winning that match. There was no doubt.
Yeah, Big R. I want Big R to adapt. I like the fact that he can pull the straps down, but I think his gear would look better without the straps at all. Just the tights, or like Yoshino always wear the straps down.
I need that big angry shoulder, like the strap rip off.
Yeah,
sort of gives me like the fire.
It's a great visual.
When he does that, it's like Goku turning Super Saiyan.
He's already got the blonde hair.
You know what? We need him to dye back black, and then when he takes off them, he needs to turn gold and yellow and stand up.
Benkei still has the weird eye contact thing, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I do. I very much like that.
They're both aliens.
Also, Benkei has a different arm wear in every match. Sometimes he wears only elbow pads. Sometimes he wears wristbands. It bothers me.
I haven't noticed.
I never noticed that.
He right now he's pretty consistent with the wristbands and the armband, but at the Doi Darts match he wore nothing on his arms. He just wore the pants and the boots.
He looked like a killer in this match. Benkei looked like an unstoppable monster for the very short bursts he was in.
Yeah, Benkei. I wish Benkei would have done more in the match, but then it would have subtracted Kagetora's role.
Him and Shimizu are gonna have a killer right now, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in.
Him and Shimizu had like one of the match of the years against Maria and Kagetora. So Kagetora again.
I wasn't that high on that match, but yeah, that's fair.
As soon as it picked up, I loved that match. It started slow, which is most Big Ben matches. Most Big Ben matches start slow and kick into overdrive in the later stages.
And then someone gets assisted speared, and I jump out of my seat.
The assisted Phoenix Splash.
Oh, where fucking Big R's ribs get destroyed.
Takes the knees because Bandito didn't jump correctly. Jesus Christ, Big R is a hero.
That happened twice, where they over-rotated and someone got kneed in the chest.
Yeah, this Big R was aside from Kagetora, the MVP of this match.
Where Bandito caught Big R out of the air off the top rope.
Bandito shouldn't do that.
No,
I don't like big, strong Bandito?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. I feel Bandito's role is to flip. And not to make the big, strong guys look easy to throw, because Bandito just does not have the frame for that. To make it look believable.
Also, for a guy who's fucking off to Ring of Honor, why are we doing this for him?
Yeah, I don't know.
He was good to the company. He served a very good year, so I think this is a nice send off. Yeah,
but I don't think that you should sacrifice what you have with Big R. Like, that wasn't a defining moment. That doesn't benefit Bandito in any way. It just takes away from Big R.
I think there's also a chance that some of the more intentional spots could have gotten washed away because this match was stapled together from what was supposed to be Speed Muscle and Mexabloods versus Yama, BB, and Big Ben. So they sort of had to push together two matches that would have been full of these amazing spots and sort of somehow make it all work cohesively.
You know,
this was bound to be a little hiccupy.
Thinking about it, Speed Muscle really didn't
do anything.
Didn't do it. Aside from Yoshino getting eliminated, they really didn't
do anything.
I'm trying to think.
Don't remember a single spot.
Maybe the card would have been better if they would have kept Mexablood versus Speed Muscle and Kagetora and Yamato versus Big Ben.
I wish they'd done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer just, unless it's like 3-person teams, then I almost always prefer just regular one-on-one tag matches or singles.
Especially when Big Ben is involved, because I know we won't talk about the show, but the UT Yamato versus Big Ben match at the 26th show, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Match.
Do you think that we wouldn't have had such a big idle break if that second tag match wasn't fused into the first? Like, they wouldn't have had to, like, flop out
They
the
needed
card?
to fill time. That's why Stalker came out.
Yeah, that's also why I think Daga Mochizuki went so long.
Thought Mochi
Kai
and Daga,
assassinated my final gate.
Kai
I mean, the show was
assassinated-
still really good.
It was, yeah, it was actually.
Definitely better than, like, Dangerous Gate, and I would put it probably above.
I
Gate
can't
of
think of a
Destiny,
show.
even.
I can't think of a show that was better this year.
In the main event Mascara Contra Cabellera match, Dragon Kid pinned Eita with the Ultra Hurricane Rana.
Eita needed that match. The performance, I mean.
Yeah, that was a fantastic match. It was absolutely. I know most people are probably going to say the tag match was the match of the night, but I don't know. There was something about this match. Maybe it was Dragon Kid, just the look on his face during his entrance that just absolutely sold this.
He did his old pose during the ring introduction, which was like, it's such a nice touch, like the arms cross thing.
Yeah, you knew it was a big deal when I saw DK coming out all white. I was like, oh fuck.
There was this gear looked so good. I'm so mad Eita ripped the mask.
In my notes, I have, please don't ruin this mask, Ada, and then 2 lines later, Ada ruined the mask.
Damn it, Eita!
I gotta give credit to the video package as well, you know.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I can only understand, like, certain words and phrases. I didn't really understand a lot of it, but just the tone and, like,
the mannerisms of Eita and Dragon Kid.
The mood of the video package, it was incredible. It felt like this was super big and super important.
Also, Eita adding the sunglasses to his look. It's
he needed
such
that.
Such a good touch. It fits perfectly with his amazing entrance theme.
Even though he took the loss, he looks great in this loss. Without the hair, it's such a dastardly and, like, dickish, like, skinned cat.
Also, he was protected because he didn't lose clean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the blue box came back.
Oh my god, the box got destroyed. There's a huge hole in it. Like, Eita posted on Twitter, like, there's just a huge hole there now.
And it's just
ripped open.
It looks like horrible because it's just jagged plastic. Like, that went over his head like 2 or 3 times. I'd be worried like he got cut in the neck or something.
There was also some post that Eita made on Twitter where he was, like, standing with some kind of stuff, like, attached to his arms. I think he was, like, checking to see if he lost any grip or something, or if something went wrong, because that... I think he even complained on Twitter about the box thing. Like, it genuinely hurt.
During the shaving, you could see he had a mark. He had, like, a little wound on his forehead.
I loved that they really sold the shaving. Like, he tried to escape, and the whole roster came out to defend the, like, honor of a mask versus hair mask match. And hopefully that means, like, future mask versus mask or hair versus hair will continue to be had in Dragon Gate, and they'll be held with such high regard.
There's one thing I would have loved about this match, and that if Dragon Dia was seconding alongside Maximum.
Yeah.
That would have been cool, yeah.
It would have been such a little touch. I mean, I know he isn't Maximum, but he's like so linked with Dragon Kid.
But they haven't really associated them since that first Korakuen.
That's true, but he's essentially his trainee, so he has the dragon name.
Exactly.
That's his son.
What does it make Mondai Ryu?
Mondai Ryu doesn't have a dragon name.
They're greasy.
Like, the dragon name, you have to be called Dragon in English.
Well,
no, I don't think any, like, I mean, it comes from Ultimo Dragon, right? Ultimo, Dragon Kid,
Darkness
Dragon,
Little
and now Dragon Dia.
It's crazy. Do you think Eita taking the hair loss will eventually boost him? Like Casey, like it did with Casey in the 2014 cage match?
I mean, he didn't look bad when he lost here. So, and this was his first really, really, really big main event match, right? This was the long payoff to, like, probably the longest feud he's ever had, right?
Yeah.
Like, just a year long, like, almost non-stop, basically.
It was a very annoying feud to watch at
Going
some
into
point.
this, I thought
I loved it,
Eita had to. That he needed to take this mask to sort of justify it all, but even in this loss, he just looks so cold, focused on what he's got going ahead that I think
It's kind of
the perfect
like
decision.
the same. It's like the same thing with the guy in the rookie tournament who's going to end up last. That will come out more focused.
I'm excited to see what he does after this, especially because he murdered the Bravegate title.
Post-match, Ada refused the haircut. Dragon Kid cheated to win via some box attacks from Doi, so he wasn't obligated to get his haircut, which I kind of wish they had, restarted the match because Doi had cheated to win and Dragon beat him anyway. Because that'd keep up with the theme that they do that every
Given how much Red interfered with Big R just stepping in the ring and yanking
he gave him a shot.
I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, Eita used the chairs in the match, his own chair with the E on it. I think it's fine.
Well, the rest of the roster appeared on the entryway to block him from exiting, so he quickly relented. He would take the haircut like a man if all these screeching old hags would shut up. Dragon Kid announced there was a man who was even more anxious to cut Ada's hair than he was. He called out Punch Tominaga, who has been absent due to an ankle injury. I popped huge for this.
My hero has returned. Ada was so angry. It was so fun to see.
Yeah, it's good to see Punch again.
This next bit of translation I don't quite understand. It says, as soon as the match was set, DK made the decision to give first dibs to Punch since he suffered so many haircuts. Is that saying there's going to be a Punch DK Bravegate match later?
Eita
always
was cutting his hair.
Yeah, Eita cut Punch's hair.
No, but it says as soon as the match was set.
Yeah, he was if I win,
okay.
I get Punch out to cut his hair.
Oh, okay. I understand
now.
My bad, I'm dumb at reading. He's been in poor spirits since losing all of his hair, then getting injured, but seeing Kid win today has cheered him up. Punch cut the hair with scissors, then Kid finished it off with clippers. Kid said he realized one thing today: Ada's recklessness and willingness to go at the extremes knows no bounds. Kid took all in one. He doesn't know what Ada plans on doing from here, but Ada is welcome to come at him because he can repel anything he has. Ada played off the haircut as refreshing. It suits him, doesn't it? He's also realized something today. That Dragon Kid is awesome. Shimizu wondered what he was saying, but Ada pushed him, calling him a fat ass.
That got me. I was really?
Yeah.
I was dreading Eita as a face right now. I was please no. And
I was hoping so hard. I was yes, he's gonna turn.
I was no, please don't turn.
He picked up the Bravegate belt and said it was time to give it back to its rightful owner. He quickly smashed Kid over the head with it and then destroyed the title belt. He kicked Punch.
I screamed in pain. No!
I was screaming in joy. Yes!
He kicked Punch in the bad leg. He might have lost his hair today, but doesn't matter. Red controls Dragon Gate. Dragon Kid, Punch Tominaga, and all wrestlers in the back should all be prepared to be destroyed. There was a time when Dragon Kid would have fallen for such a trick and cried, I trusted you, but he's in his 40s now. He's been through enough times to see through it. He knows what type of lowlife Ada is. In any event, he was able to protect his mask and ensure a happy ending in 2018 for his fans. He thanked them and his Maximum Stalemates for their help in this win. He's been Dragon Kid for 21 years now, and he's incredibly happy with that. He'll be able to continue for another 22. Next year is the 20th anniversary of Dragon Gate, so he hopes to see fans soon. Thoughts on the show overall?
It was a good, send-off. It was a good conclusion to the year. It sort of cemented Red, and DK got that big main event win that everyone's been sort of waiting for literally a year.
It was a good bookend for this feud, which is if an event called Final Gate, it's all I want. It's a good bookend.
What's going to happen to the Bravegate, do you think?
New design.
Hopefully Jason Lee gets it. I don't care how, but I just want him.
I think Kid was still announced at the Korakuen show.
No, he wasn't. I checked if Ben and Big got announced as Twin Gate. They did. Kid didn't get announced as the Bravegate champion.
I think it's either going to be vacated or they're making a new belt.
Or both.
I think if they stepped away from the weight limit restriction, it could just be a dedicated mid-card title, and thick boys like Takashi Yoshida could have it.
I think they should swerve and add an age limit to it.
Under 30?
Under 30 would be way too...
I think 35 or 32 or something like that.
Over 50. Old
but
man.
Then I don't like the age limit, because then you can't have matches like Dragon Kid versus Maria, which happened at Dead or Alive, which was very fun. Or Kagatora couldn't compete for the belt.
Oh, never mind then. Match of the night?
The Triangle Gate match.
I think the Maskus hair match was my main event and probably one of my favorite matches of the year. Just given how, I mean, I've liked the feud that they've been having, even though I know some maybe haven't. And it was nice story, nice way to round it out. Happy Kid won.
That Twin Gate title match was complete chaos, and it was everything I love to see in these big, crazy Dragon Gate matches, so I think that was the huge takeaway for me this show.
Yeah, the Twin Gate was mine, just because it reestablished Big Ben as like a super dominant force that they always have been, and it really elevated Kagatora.
Oh, I also love Kagatora with all my heart, so that match was fantastic for me.
Everyone should love Kagatora.
Well, MVP?
Kagatora.
Yeah, Kagatora.
Without a doubt.
Dragon Kid.
You are always the one who steps out of the line. Jesus, man.
Always gotta be different.
Just say Kagatora!
I'm a hipster.
When does Dragon Kid get to stop being called Kid? When he reaches 45?
Dragon Grandpa doesn't sound as good.
Dragon Man.
Dragon Man sounds like a bad rip-off superhero.
Dragon Dude.
Dragon Dude.
Only if he joins Natural Vibes and smokes weed, allegedly.
Dragon Dude.
The next major Dragon Gate show will be January 16th in Korakuen Hall. Rookie League also starts in 2019. The tournament pairings and first round matches will be held in Kyoto KBS Hall on January 12th. Due to an odd number of participants, one will receive a first round bye. Semifinals will be held the next day at the Ideon Arena in Osaka, Japan. Matches to determine 5th and 6th and 7th place will take place in Mai on the 14th. The finals and the match to decide 3rd and 1st and 2nd place will happen in Korakuen Hall on the 16th. The only other match announced for the January 16th Korakuen Hall is a special 20th anniversary singles match, Masaki Mochizuki versus Shuji Kondo.
I'm unbelievably excited for that match, and it's great to see Dragon Gate looking back into its history to celebrate its 20th anniversary. I think we could get some crazy, amazing things this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see a show that has a little bit of history and a little bit of future on it. Since Dragon Gate is doing their own year-end awards, I figured we should do one of our own to round out the discussion. What's everyone's match of the year?
I gotta think my match of the year has to be the KZ Dreamgate challenge against Mochizuki. Just with the ripple effect that it had on KZ's career and the sort of trajectory that it gave him for the rest of it. And the fact that it was just brutal and hard-hitting, and it felt like KZ was going to die if he lost this match. It's such intensity that I could not stop talking about it for literally the entire year.
I agree. My match of the year is also Mochizuki KZ. The fact that you have essentially made KZ a main player with just one match is amazing, because KZ brings so much fresh air into the main event scene of Dragon Gate, which was for years now Yamato, Yoshino, Doi, Shingo, Hulk, and Tozawa. And having guys like KZ step up finally after years of being a low level heel, it's really amazing to see how far he has come and how he will take the company with amazing performances like that. I mean, you have seen his match against Yamato at King of Gate or his match against Benkei. Both of them were amazing, so this match proved that KZ really is the future, or rather the present, of Dragon Gate.
My match of the year is Big Ben versus Yamahawk at Kobe World. Just because I have a hard time getting into older matches I really don't have any context to. So KZ versus Mochizuki, while I can recognize it was a good match, it doesn't mean the same to me as Big Ben Yamahawk does.
That makes sense, having sort of watching it live. And to be honest, that match is a strong second contender for me. I thought it was the absolute star of Kobe World.
If we would divide it by singles match of the year, tag match, and triangle gate match of the year, I would have no doubt put Yamahawk against Big Ben as my tag match of the year.
Yeah, same thing here. My match of the year is also KZ Mochizuki.
Hell yeah.
I mean, like, going into 20... Yeah, exactly. I'm not the hipster anymore. Going into 2018, I actually started liking Tribe. Because when I started watching, I did not like them. I did not like their look. I did not like their guys. I thought they were just basically fuckboys, to be honest. I did not have a high opinion of them. But then they had the great Triangle Gate reign in late 2017. And my mind was changed. And I liked KZ a lot. Then he got to challenge Mochizuki, who was at that point in time my favorite in Dragon Gate. And then, unfortunately, I got spoiled on the match. But even as I watched it, I started doubting if I had been spoiled. If my friend had, said one thing to throw me off and, not make me think Casey was going to win. Because during that match, there were certain moments where I was jumping out of my chair. Because I thought, oh my god, Casey won, I can't believe it. And yeah, of course, as CMOS put it, and Leon, this started Casey time, basically. This is the start of Natural Vibes, that's my favorite unit in Dragon Gate. And Casey, immediately after that match, he just shot up my, ranking of my favorite wrestlers. If he's not number one, he's absolutely top 3, though. So, yeah, very important match. I loved it.
Awesome. Rookie of the Year?
My Rookie of the Year has to be Shun. Shun has improved a lot since Kobe World. Ever since he got rid of that ugly frog suit, he's just been getting way more comfortable, getting crisp and clean, and just it's a joy to watch him fly all over the ring.
He's definitely had the best year, and he's done the most to impress out of any of the rookie boys. I think he's also kind of had the most time in the spotlight, though. He did get that Twin Gate match with Mochizuki, but he has deserved it out of the most of them. He shows the most fire, he shows the most personality, and he honestly deserves it.
Mine's Kaito Ishida, just because I think the fire he's exhibited towards the end of the year is just, it's uncomparable. He's come out and made himself such a player. It's just insane to me. Skywalker's always had that
boy.
Yeah, he's made himself a kick boy. But Shun has always had that. He's always been pegged as a top rookie, while Ishida was kind of nobody. But to see him really start to break out is just something amazing.
Since we're doing of the year, I also have to pick Shun. I think he's had the most opportunities, I'll say that. But he has deserved them, absolutely. He's delivered every step of the way, and he's gotten good gear. So that's a massive improvement. He really did look kind of stupid, didn't he, at the start of the year?
He not kind of looked stupid, he absolutely looked stupid.
Yeah, but, he had the Willie Mack feud. Then he had the Twin Gate thing. It was awesome. So was the Willie thing. Then he's been having the Mochizuki Dojo storyline going. Now the UT feud. And then, going into the new year, he has been a part of the Rookie League storyline. So I do think that he's my Rookie of the Year. Although I will say, if the year was a little bit longer, I think Yoshioka Yuki would probably take it from me. Especially, as of late, he's really come into his own and become super good. So he's probably gonna... He's the guy I think you should look at when you think about Dragon Gate in 2019.
I feel like I agree on Yuki. I feel like people overlook him a lot, which is a shame.
Tag Team of the Year.
Is anyone not going to say Big Ben? Don't play this game with me.
That's not bullshit.
Listen, I am the hipster.
Of course.
I feel Yamahawk are the only ones who could be considered Tag Team of the Year besides Big Ben. I'm still gonna say Big Ben. Every tag match they have is amazing. So the big boys.
The reason why I'm not picking Big Ben is...
Dude!
He's gotta live the meme now.
No, I'm not living a meme. I genuinely think this. Big Ben, besides the May to July reign, right? Where they haven't really done much as a tag team this year. Because then, shortly after that, they weren't even a tag team. And then it would take until December. So they've not really been doing that much, I feel like. Sure, they've been leading Antius/Red, but as a tag team, putting on matches and stuff like that, I gotta give it to Yamaha because I feel like they've actually been like a tag team for a longer period of time.
You know
Let me
what?
tell you this.
I need to
Big
reconsider.
R.
I'm gonna say Yamaha as well because there are two big reasons you just brought up. Yamaha reinvented Yamato, and it lit the fire under Hulk. He was missing ever since he injured his shoulder in his Dreamgate reign.
They've been on a tear.
It took two stale acts and just made them enjoyable and an absolute treat to watch. So I'm gonna have to vote Yamaha.
And they've had bangers every single match they had. I mean,
yeah,
they've been fantastic.
The Kobe match, the match against Shun and Mochizuki, the match against Yoshida and Big R.
Hell, even the Saito and Fuji match, while I wasn't that high on it, it was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
So an interesting statistic I just looked up. There have been a total of 10 Twin Gate matches this year for the titles.
Big R is in most of them.
Big R is in 60% of them.
Yeah. Like the one against Etta and T-Hawk. Or the one against Etta and
He
T-Hawk.
shot-putted T-Hawk out of the company.
Yamaha also had the fun match against Big R and Doi, where Big R turned.
Yeah.
That match gets slept on because the turn is what overshadows it, but that match was fire.
It's true.
What is your tag team of the year, Chuck?
Is that even a question? It's Big Ben.
Yes.
I have to stay on the team that got me into Dragon Gate. Like,
but you have to stand the big army.
Yeah, the big army. It's his fandom.
Oh.
But like I said, the Twin Gate match at Kobe is really what got me into Dragon Gate. I probably said it a million times, but it was. And the next night, or the next time I saw Dragon Gate, it happened to be that day, I caught the Big R turn, and then Big and K turn, and like those two are just so synonymous with the Twin Gate to me now, that it's hard to not see them as the team of the year. Like, yes, I appreciate what the other teams have done, and Yamaha did an amazing job with the Sairio Fuji match and the Mochizuki Dojo match. Those are all great, but I think that Big Ben as a team are just on a different level.
That's fair.
And they had stories following them wherever they went. They were an integral part of the show, no matter whether they were champions or not.
But yep. Yamaha were too.
MVP of the year.
Casey.
I
feel I've said it before with Yoshino. I feel like Mochizuki could have still hold the Dream Gate instead of Yoshino, so I don't see Yoshino as the big MVP. Mochizuki didn't do much. Also, Mochizuki is a big MVP contender, given the Mochizuki Dojo Rise and the first Dream Gate reign. But Casey every time Casey comes out, I know it's gonna be a good time, it's gonna be a fun match, it's gonna be a great match. And if you have a wrestler you just look forward to seeing, it's just, I don't know, I do not want a Dragon Gate where Casey isn't in.
I agree with a lot of what you said, although I was kind of close to putting Yamato as my MVP, because I feel like everything that he's done this year has been really good.
Yeah, Yamato
but at the same time, Casey, he was basically the main focus of Dragon Gate for the first 6 months of the year, basically, in my opinion. That was his time, basically, and
it's still Casey time.
It is still Casey time, yes. And then he's had this amazing Triangle Gate reign, getting good to great matches out of everyone. One of my matches of the year that I think actually gets slept on a little bit is the Dead or Alive Triangle Gate match against Maximum, where he won the title.
Absolutely. You're 100% correct. That's one of the best Triangle Gate matches I've seen ever.
So, he's just been complete joy all year.
That's what we does to you, man.
Allegedly.
My MVP is Mochizuki, just because I think the work he's done behind the scenes I mean with the rookies, is so invaluable to the future, and it's so invaluable to even the current product we have, seeing the rise of these rookies, the rookies filling out the undercard. I think that's something that's kind of looked past a little bit. I can imagine what Dragon Gate would be like right now. If KZ weren't here, it's bleak, but I can imagine it. With Yoshino, I can imagine him not being champion. But without Mochizuki doing all the stuff he's done, I can't imagine what Dragon Gate would be.
The year would have been completely different without Masaki Mochizuki. I mean, his Dreamgate title run at the beginning of the year really sort of set up what was going to happen with KZ, and then him stepping down from the Dreamgate and immediately going to the undercards and working with the young guys. He sort of structured the entire year, and I think for that, he's got to be the only person who could be the MVP of the year. He fulfilled such a varied and important role in the company this year that it would have been astronomically different without him.
So everyone's mid-carder of the year. I'm going with Cyrio.
The comedy stuff?
Not even just for comedy, just for like what he's... Every show opens with Ryo Saito, and he sets a tone that is integral to the undercard.
He's amazing at getting this light-hearted tone into the audience, which is like what Dragon Gate is known for, just like light-hearted in wrestling. And like no one can do it better than Cyrio.
He also had the best Prime Zone of the year.
The dance is with Natural Vibes.
He tried to join Maximum and Natural Vibes that day.
He had the I Love Toy shirt on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing. My mid-carder of the year is Kagetora. I did not like Tribe Vanguard. I hated them in 2017. I felt like they were just mashed together just because it's just what happened.
They seem a little directionless, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then they switched KZ for Kagetora, essentially. And Kagetora has this amazing talent of having a great chemistry with everyone on the roster. He has a great chemistry with as an opponent or as a team. So Kagetora as like this glue that holds Tribe together is just fantastic. I mean, you have seen this match again with Yamato. You have seen the team with Yuti and Maria. Both of them are fantastic. So I feel Kagetora does not get enough love. So I want to appreciate Kagetora as my mid-carder of the year.
Can we put rookies as mid-carders?
Trying to figure out a way to fit Yuki Hoshioka in there.
No, I absolutely...
I would say yes. I would say we could.
If so, then I'd say Shun Skywalker is probably my mid-carder of the year. I mean, he's... Even early in the year, he was just kind of doing stuff in the mid-card, but he was always smooth, he was always flashy. It's always fun to watch him fly around and do stuff. And, I mean, later in the year when he got more stories and stuff going, he just was a joy to watch.
So, funny you mentioned Shun. Something I learned today. In the PWI Top 10 for 2018 Japan, Shun was one of the only 2 Dragon Gate guys to get in.
No, 3 Dragon Gate guys are in.
Was it 3?
Yeah, KZ and I don't know who else, but it was 3.
Oh. I think it was like Yoshino. I know Yoshino was definitely one of them.
KZ, because KZ was also one.
Yeah, so he was in the top 3.
No, Puck was... No, I don't know.
No, I think he had to be born in Japan.
Yeah, it was KZ, Yoshino, and Shun. I know Shun was like 10, which is still amazing.
Yeah, it's so amazing that he made the top 10.
If I had to name one mid-carder that just sort of kept everything together, you kind of see it in the way that Leon said. It's Kagetora. I mean, he challenged for the twin, he challenged for the triangle, he challenged... Was he in the Brave at any point this year?
Yes, in the Brave Gate tournament. Yes, he was in the finals against Dragon Kid.
He was everywhere. He ran up and down the card, and he put on amazing matches at the top, and he put on amazing matches, as we see in Final Gate, in the big situations. I think this might have been a rebuilding year after, like, the post-Jimmy's Brave Gate run was kind of meh, and it's time to see him cement himself very firmly as an invaluable member of the roster.
So I guess this is a Cboz exclusive question. Prime Zone of the year?
I would have to say Prime Zone number 70. The one where Ryo Saito... Is it 71?
You're typing. 70.
No, okay, I'm gonna check right now.
Someone fact check me, please.
I feel like it's 70.
I think it's 70.
Probably is.
71 was the one with Ishida and Jason against Mexa Blood, so it has to be 70.
Casey versus Shun.
So it was 70. 71 was really good too, fuck.
Yamato versus Hyo, Yuki versus Bitman! Oh my goodness. Bitman.
It was 70. It was 70.
Thank God Bitman is in the rookie tournament.
You can find out my opinion on all the Prime Zones in my upcoming Prime Zone review blog.
Now we have to do it.
Only $15.
The last big category, unit of the year.
Does Mochizuki Dojo count?
That's a good question.
Uh,
I would say yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, throw him in there.
Yeah, sure.
They're an unofficial unit, but yeah, they're still kind of a unit.
Alright, my unit of the year is Antias. No.
Said no one.
The thing about this year, we have amazing units. I feel like I have to give it to Red. Red or Natural Vibes. It's like it's a coin toss. I feel like it's admirable how Red succeeded in just stomping the stank of Antias away. But Natural Vibes was just so much fun.
Natural Vibes replaced the stank of Antios with a different kind of stank.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, every time. Thinking about it, I'm gonna give it to Natural Vibe. I feel it's just a fun unit. The dance is amazing. The entrance theme is godlike. The only thing about about Natural Vibes that is a bit bothering is that the unit as a whole is not that good. You have Casey, who's amazing. You have Susumu, who is amazing. You have Genki, who's really fun. But then you have Yashi and Punch, who are good fun as undercut faces. But you have two of them. But other than that, I really enjoy Natural Vibes. So
I would want to echo that and say Natural Vibes is definitely They were the focal point of the entire summer and fall.
They were Triangle Gate the longest, so they're...
Yeah, the record-breaking run.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to add, yeah.
My choice came down to two. It was either Maximum or Natural Vibes. And because everyone said Natural Vibes, I'm going to say Maximum.
What? Why Maximum, though?
I chose Maximum because their work earlier in the year was like, because you gotta remember, Big Ben was a part of Maximum for most part of the year.
That's why.
No, there's other reasons. I like Kaito Ishida, and I liked the Dragon Kid and Kaito Ishida. Will they? Won't they? Join storyline. I think that was really fun. I think Yoshino's reign was, it was it was boring for sure at times, but it
Disagree.
was
still the purpose though.
It served a very important purpose. Doi being Doi, and it gave DK a real purpose that he hasn't had in a long time, in my opinion.
Veteran gun. Probably. He really didn't have a purpose in Diahard. He didn't have one in Overgen. Given the mentor role with Aeta was shoved to the side.
Hell, I mean, I think that Chuck would feel even stronger about this if he was around for the Maximum Triangle Gate reign.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
Which is
pretty freaking stellar.
Probably the best style reign of the year. Maybe the Vibes one. One of those two, I feel.
Jason,
awesome.
Jason, Yoshino, and Doi.
That sounds like a great team, so I probably love that.
Are my favorite Triangle Gate champions.
Of all time, in your vast expanses of knowledge.
I can't think of one team I enjoyed more.
That Akibono team?
God.
The Setsurines? The only contender would be
the Jackson
Akuya,
brothers.
Sagawara, Casey, and Yasushi Kanda. No, I'm joking. No, but Yoshino, Doi, and Jason have like this extremely well-oiled chemistry. Not to mention that Doi is extremely over, and Yoshino as well. So they boost Jason, which is awesome because Jason rules.
Was that the team from Maximum in the Korakuen where the big four-way tag team match?
Yeah,
it was.
That was the team.
That'll give you a flavor if you don't want to go back and watch their Triangle Gate match.
You should go back and watch it though.
I'm sure it's great. Well, I think it's that time, guys. As the final gates close in this episode of the podcast, I want to thank Jay Church at DG_JAE and iHeartDG.com for all the translations and card info we use on the show. He also runs the official Dragon Gate Twitter at DragonGateEN for English translations as well. Without him and his work on this show, I think most would agree the English fan base for Dragon Gate would be next to nothing, and we really, really do appreciate all that he's done. If you get the chance, message him, drop a message, give him a follow. The lovely people over at Dragon Gate PW subreddit have been very supportive of the show, so please go check them out. If you're interested in keeping up with Dragon Gate, get the Dragon Gate Network. It's $13.49 a month. You can watch tons of content, including live streams of current events and old unique content.
Prime Zone.
Yeah, Prime Zones. Just be sure whatever you plan on watching, watch it within that week, otherwise it'll get taken down. I also want to thank...
It will get uploaded.
It will get uploaded back, you're right. I want to thank my amazing host unit mates, Cboz, Blod, and Leon. If you have any questions you want to ask, feel free to tweet or message us on the show Twitter at DreamKeyPod. That's where all the episode announcements and things of that nature will come from. If you listened and enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, comment any questions you have. Next episode, we'll be reviewing the January 16th Korakuen and the aftermath of the Rookie League tournament, and we'll probably be seeing where Dragon Gate heads in 2019. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at ChuckN0RRIS55. Cboz, where can they find you?
At CBOZ_10201020.
Blod?
You can just find me at BLODN, BlodN.
And last but certainly not least, Leon.
You can find me at Twitter at EarthToLeon, EARPH2LEON.
Thank you for joining us through this journey through the Dragon Gate. We'll see you next episode.
Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.